Life can often feel like a series of trials. One day, you're feeling on top of the world, and the next, you're battling with overwhelming stress, emotional setbacks, and endless worries. In the midst of these challenges, many people struggle to maintain peace of mind. The constant whirlwind of emotions, pressures, and uncertainties can leave anyone feeling drained and defeated. But what if there was a way to face these daily struggles with calm, clarity, and unwavering strength? It's easy to be swept away by the noise of life, whether it's from work, relationships, or personal challenges. The fast pace of the world today doesn't leave much room for reflection or peace. You might find yourself reacting emotionally, caught in a spiral of frustration or fear. Yet deep down, there's often a desire to regain control, to stop feeling at the mercy of circumstances and emotions. The question is, how do we get there? How do we stay strong when life pushes us to the edge? This journey begins with a shift in mindset. Many great thinkers and leaders throughout history have faced incredible adversity, yet they carried themselves with a sense of inner calm. They weren't free from pain, disappointment, or hardship, but they understood a powerful truth. While we cannot control what happens around us, we can control how we respond. And therein lies the key to peace and fulfillment. When facing adversity, the natural reaction is often to resist, to fight back, or escape. We want to be in control of everything, to have the perfect outcomes in our jobs, families, and personal lives. But the reality is, not everything is within our power. Attempting to control every little detail only leads to more stress and frustration. The harder we push, the further peace seems to slip away. In this fast-paced world, it's easy to feel lost in a sea of expectations, both from ourselves and from others. We chase after goals that society tells us we need to reach: success, wealth, recognition. Yet many find that when they finally achieve these things, there's still an emptiness inside. Why is that? Because real fulfillment doesn't come from the external. It's something we must cultivate within ourselves, and that begins with learning how to master our minds. True strength is not found in controlling the outside world, but in mastering our inner world. It's about learning to remain grounded no matter what life throws at us. There is a calm that comes from knowing that while circumstances will always change, our inner peace doesn't have to be shaken. This sense of stability isn't something that just happens by chance. It requires practice, discipline, and a mindset that aligns with a deeper understanding of life's true nature. In moments of frustration, fear, or pain, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. These emotions take hold and cloud our thinking. But what if, instead of allowing them to control us, we could learn to control them? What if every challenge became an opportunity to grow stronger? It's possible to face even the hardest situations with a sense of calm and purpose. It's not about suppressing feelings, but about learning to navigate them with wisdom and balance. There's a profound freedom in realizing that your peace of mind doesn't have to be dictated by external events. You can cultivate a mindset that allows you to rise above the noise, to maintain focus and clarity even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. This isn't about escaping reality or pretending that life is easy. It's about understanding that you have the power to remain calm and composed, regardless of what life brings. When emotions run high, when others criticize or judge, when the pressure feels too great, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. Many people allow their emotions to control their actions, reacting impulsively and regretting it later. Yet, there is a way to regain control, to step back, pause, and respond in a way that aligns with your true values. The ability to do this is incredibly empowering, and it leads to more thoughtful, purposeful living. You are not powerless. The challenges you face do not define you. In every difficult moment, there is an opportunity to grow, to become more resilient, and to gain wisdom. Life may not always be fair, and it will certainly bring its share of pain, but these experiences can strengthen you if you choose to see them as lessons rather than burdens. Each day presents a chance to practice a different way of thinking, a way that doesn't let emotions run wild or let external events dictate your inner peace. It's a choice to focus on what truly matters: your own growth, your response to life's ups and downs, and your ability to stay steady in the face of adversity. This shift in mindset doesn't happen overnight, but with dedication and practice, it can transform your entire experience of life. Every single person has the ability to cultivate this mindset. It doesn't require perfect circumstances, wealth, or special talents. What it does require is the willingness to reflect, to challenge old ways of thinking, and to embrace a new approach to life's challenges. By doing this, you're not just surviving the hard times, you're thriving through them. What if, instead of dreading tough moments, you saw them as opportunities to sharpen your mind and strengthen your resolve? What if, in the face of criticism, you remained unshaken, knowing that your worth is not determined by the opinions of others? This kind of inner strength and peace is possible, and it begins with understanding the tools that are available to you. Think of every challenge as a chance to exercise the power you already possess. The power to choose your response, the power to control your thoughts, and the power to find peace within yourself. No one else can take that away from you. The world may be chaotic, but your mind doesn't have to be. By practicing this approach, you not only improve your own well-being, but also inspire those around you to do the same. The journey to mastering your inner world is not about perfection, it's about progress. Each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to a life of greater peace, purpose, and fulfillment. You'll find that by shifting your mindset, you can navigate even the most challenging situations with grace and resilience. Life may not always go according to plan, but you'll develop the strength to remain grounded and focused on what truly matters. So, take a deep breath and begin this journey toward a more balanced, peaceful, and fulfilling life. You have everything you need to face life's challenges with wisdom and calm. It's time to embrace the mindset that will empower you to live fully, no matter what comes your way. This path is one of growth, resilience, and inner peace, and it's waiting for you to step into it. The introduction you've just explored lays the foundation for a powerful shift in how life's challenges can be managed. Now, let's dive deeper into the philosophy that has guided countless individuals through some of the toughest storms in life. Stoicism is more than just a set of teachings. It's a way of thinking, a framework that can transform how you experience the world. You may have heard of Stoicism in passing, but there's so much more to it than meets the eye. It offers a practical guide to mastering your emotions, finding clarity in chaos, and achieving lasting peace. What makes this philosophy so enduring, and how can it serve you today, right now? That's exactly what we are about to uncover. Stoicism was born in the bustling marketplaces of ancient Greece around 300 BCE. The philosopher Zeno of Citium founded it after surviving a shipwreck that left him with nothing. In that moment of despair, Zeno could have felt hopeless, but instead he began to seek wisdom in understanding life's unpredictability. It was this quest that led him to create the Stoic school of thought. The philosophy spread quickly, offering practical solutions to life's struggles. It wasn't reserved for scholars in dusty libraries, but was shared in public spaces, available to anyone willing to listen and learn. At its heart, Stoicism teaches that while we may not control everything that happens, we can control how we think about those events. This distinction is crucial because most of the suffering we experience isn't caused by the events themselves, but by our reactions to them. The Stoics believed that by changing the way we perceive the world, we can dramatically change our experience of it. This powerful idea remains as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. Central to Stoicism is the idea of living in accordance with nature. This doesn't mean retreating into the wilderness, but rather aligning our lives with the natural order of the world. The Stoics taught that everything in life has a natural purpose, including human beings. Our role is to live virtuously, fulfilling our potential by acting with wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. These four virtues form the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, guiding every decision and action in a Stoic's life. Wisdom, the first virtue, is about understanding what is within our control and what is not. When you fully grasp this, you stop wasting energy on things you cannot change. It's the ability to discern truth from falsehood and to navigate life with reason rather than being driven by fear or desire. Wisdom helps us see the world as it truly is, without the distortions of emotions or misconceptions. Courage, the second virtue, isn't just about physical bravery. It's about moral strength, the ability to do what's right, even when it's difficult or unpopular. In Stoicism, courage is required to face the uncertainties and challenges of life head-on without retreating into fear or denial. It's the resilience to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear or frightening. Justice, the third virtue, extends beyond legal fairness. In Stoic terms, justice is about treating others with respect, kindness, and equality. The Stoics believed that we are all part of a larger community and that our actions should contribute to the common good. Justice means recognizing the humanity in others and acting in ways that promote harmony and cooperation. Moderation, the fourth and final virtue, is the ability to maintain balance in all aspects of life. The Stoics cautioned against excess, whether in pleasure or pain. They taught that true contentment comes not from indulging in every desire, but from learning to be satisfied with what you have. Moderation helps us avoid the emotional highs and lows that can disrupt our inner peace. These four virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation, are the pillars of Stoic practice. They provide a moral compass that helps you navigate through life's challenges with clarity and purpose. But Stoicism is not just about theory, it's a way of life. The Stoics believed that philosophy should be lived, not just studied. Every day is an opportunity to practice these virtues, refining your character and deepening your understanding. Another key principle in Stoicism is the concept of logos, or rational order. The Stoics believed that the universe operates according to a rational plan and that human beings, as part of this universe, should align their actions with this natural order. This doesn't mean everything in life will be easy, but it does mean that there is a reason behind everything that happens. By trusting in this rational order, you can find peace in even the most chaotic circumstances. Stoicism also teaches the importance of self-reflection. The Stoics were big advocates of journaling, using it as a tool to examine their thoughts and actions. They believed that by reflecting on your day, you can learn from your mistakes, celebrate your successes, and improve yourself continuously. This practice of self-examination is crucial for personal growth and is still widely recommended today as a way to build emotional resilience and mindfulness. One of the most famous Stoic exercises is the premeditatio malorum, or the practice of anticipating problems before they occur. Rather than being pessimistic, This exercise helps prepare your mind for adversity. By thinking about potential challenges, you become less likely to be thrown off balance when they happen. It's about building mental toughness and learning to respond calmly when things go wrong. The Stoics also valued the concept of apatheia, which is often misunderstood as apathy. In Stoicism, apatheia refers to freedom from destructive emotions. It doesn't mean that Stoics didn't feel anything, but rather that they worked to eliminate negative emotions like anger, jealousy, and fear, which can cloud judgment and lead to poor decisions. The goal is to remain emotionally balanced, no matter what happens. Another cornerstone of Stoic thought is the idea of memento mori, remembering that life is finite. Rather than being morbid, this reminder is meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. By acknowledging the brevity of life, you are encouraged to focus on what truly matters and to let go of trivial concerns. It's a powerful motivator to live each day with intention and purpose. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of acceptance. Life is unpredictable and things don't always go as planned. The Stoics taught that rather than resisting reality, we should accept it with grace. This doesn't mean giving up, but rather understanding that while we can influence outcomes, we cannot control them completely. Acceptance helps free us from the constant stress of trying to control the uncontrollable. The Stoics were also deeply concerned with how we treat others. They believed in the idea of cosmopolitanism, the belief that all human beings are part of a single community. This meant that Stoics were expected to act with kindness and fairness toward others, regardless of differences in nationality, race, or social status. They understood that we are all connected, and our actions affect not just ourselves, but the world around us. Another crucial element of Stoic thought is eudaimonia, often translated as flourishing or happiness. For the Stoics, true happiness doesn't come from external pleasures or material success, but from living in accordance with virtue. This means aligning your actions with your values and striving to be the best version of yourself, regardless of external circumstances. True fulfillment comes from within, not from wealth, fame, or approval. Stoicism teaches us that setbacks and failures are not the end of the world. In fact, they are opportunities for growth. The Stoics believed that every challenge is a chance to strengthen your character. Rather than seeing adversity as something to be feared, they saw it as a valuable teacher. By embracing this mindset, you can turn even the most difficult situations into stepping stones for personal development. In Stoicism, personal responsibility is paramount. The Stoics taught that you are responsible for your own happiness and well-being. While you cannot control external events, you can always control how you respond to them. This sense of responsibility empowers you to take ownership of your life and to stop blaming others or circumstances for your difficulties. The Stoics also placed great importance on community. They believed that we are not isolated individuals, but part of a larger whole. This meant that we have a duty to contribute to society, to help others, and to act in ways that promote the common good. Stoicism teaches that by working together, we can create a better world, one rooted in compassion, justice, and mutual respect. One of the most profound teachings of Stoicism is the idea that peace of mind comes from aligning your desires with reality. The Stoics taught that much of our suffering comes from wanting things to be different than they are. By accepting things as they are, rather than wishing they were different, you free yourself from unnecessary pain. This doesn't mean you stop striving for improvement, but that you learn to find contentment in the present moment. Finally, Stoicism teaches that the journey to wisdom and peace is lifelong. There is no final destination, no moment when you suddenly become a perfect Stoic. Instead, it's about daily practice, small improvements, and constant reflection. Stoicism is a living philosophy, one that grows and evolves with you as you navigate life's ups and downs. It offers timeless wisdom, but it is up to you to apply it, to live it, and to experience its transformative power. As you reflect on the timeless wisdom and practical teachings of Stoicism, it becomes clear that understanding these principles is only the first step. It's one thing to know about virtues, self-control, and inner peace, but the true test of Stoicism comes when life challenges you directly. When faced with adversity, stress, or conflict, how do you apply what you've learned? This is where Stoic thinking reveals its true power, offering a way to navigate difficulties without losing your sense of balance or purpose. It's easy to feel calm when things are going smoothly, but what about when chaos strikes? How can you maintain composure and clarity in moments of crisis? Applying a Stoic mindset in difficult situations starts with a shift in perspective. Instead of seeing problems as roadblocks, they become opportunities for growth. When faced with hardship, many people tend to react emotionally, letting frustration or anger take control. However, Stoicism teaches that these reactions are within our power to manage. The first step is to remind yourself that while the situation may be out of your hands, your response is always something you can control. This shift allows you to see adversity not as something to be feared, but as a challenge that can strengthen your character. It's crucial to recognize that most of our suffering comes from our thoughts about situations rather than the situations themselves. Stoicism encourages you to question the stories your mind creates. When you feel overwhelmed, pause and ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? Often the answer reveals that the fear is exaggerated, fueled by worst-case scenarios that are unlikely to happen. By challenging these fears, you take away their power. Stoicism teaches that by reframing your thoughts, you can reduce the emotional impact of difficult events. One powerful Stoic practice is to mentally rehearse potential difficulties before they occur. This doesn't mean dwelling on negative outcomes, but rather preparing yourself emotionally for what may come. When you do this, you become less likely to be blindsided by challenges. You're not caught off guard because you've already considered how you would handle the situation. This mental preparation builds resilience and helps you stay calm when things don't go as planned. In moments of crisis, the Stoics remind us to return to the present moment. Anxiety often comes from worrying about the future or regretting the past. By focusing on the here and now, you anchor yourself in reality. This allows you to take meaningful action rather than getting lost in unproductive worries. Staying present helps you respond to challenges with clarity and purpose, instead of reacting impulsively based on fear or anger. When faced with difficult situations, it's also important to maintain a sense of perspective. Often, we get so caught up in the problem at hand that it feels overwhelming. Stoicism teaches you to zoom out, to see the bigger picture. In the grand scheme of things, many problems that seem enormous in the moment will fade over time. This doesn't mean minimizing your struggles, but it does help you avoid unnecessary stress over temporary difficulties. By remembering that everything is transient, you can approach challenges with a sense of calm and patience. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of accepting what you cannot change. Many people waste energy fighting against circumstances they have no control over, leading to frustration and exhaustion. Stoic thinking teaches that peace comes from surrendering to reality, not in the sense of giving up, but in the sense of letting go of the need to control everything. Once you accept that some things are beyond your influence, you can redirect your energy toward what you can actually change: your actions, your thoughts, and your attitude. In moments of frustration, the Stoics encourage you to ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, then it's time to release your attachment to the outcome. This practice helps you conserve mental and emotional energy for the things that truly matter. By focusing on what you can control, you become more effective and less weighed down by the unpredictable nature of life. The Stoic concept of indifference to external events plays a key role in staying composed during challenges. This doesn't mean that Stoics don't care about what happens, but rather that they place their sense of peace and happiness on internal qualities, not external outcomes. Whether you succeed or fail in a particular task, whether others approve or criticize you, these are all external factors. By learning to be indifferent to them, you free yourself from the emotional roller coaster that comes from trying to control what others think or how situations unfold. Another essential Stoic practice is self-discipline. In times of stress, it's easy to fall into destructive habits, whether it's reacting in anger, overindulging in comfort, or avoiding difficult decisions. Stoicism teaches that self-control is the foundation of inner peace. By practicing restraint in how you respond to stress, you strengthen your ability to stay calm and composed. This discipline is not about suppressing emotions, but about channeling them in productive ways. Stoicism encourages embracing discomfort as a way to build resilience. Life is full of discomforts, both big and small, and by learning to accept and even welcome them, you become less vulnerable to stress. Whether it's enduring physical discomfort or facing emotional pain, the Stoics remind us that discomfort is temporary. By facing it head-on rather than avoiding it, you build mental toughness and the ability to remain centered in the face of adversity. When facing adversity, it's easy to feel isolated, as if the weight of the world is on your shoulders. However, Stoicism reminds you that you are not alone in your struggles. Every human being faces challenges, and many have endured far worse than what you are currently going through. This sense of shared humanity helps you feel connected to something larger, offering comfort and perspective in difficult times. The Stoics believed that suffering is a part of the human experience, and by accepting this, you can approach challenges with greater patience and empathy. Stoicism also teaches the importance of remaining flexible in the face of challenges. Life rarely goes according to plan, and rigid thinking can lead to frustration when things don't unfold as expected. The Stoics encourage adaptability, the ability to adjust your approach based on the circumstances. This doesn't mean abandoning your principles, but rather staying open to different ways of achieving your goals. Flexibility allows you to remain effective, even when the path ahead isn't clear. Another key aspect of applying Stoic thinking in difficult situations is the practice of detachment. This doesn't mean withdrawing from life or becoming emotionally cold. Instead, it's about not being overly attached to specific outcomes. By detaching from the need for things to go a certain way, you free yourself from the anxiety that comes with uncertainty. Detachment helps you stay grounded, even when life takes unexpected turns. Gratitude is another tool the Stoics use to navigate difficulties. When faced with hardship, it's easy to focus on what's wrong, but the Stoics remind us to also acknowledge what's going right. Even in the toughest times, there are things to be grateful for. By cultivating gratitude, you shift your focus from scarcity to abundance, from what you lack to what you already have. This shift in perspective can provide comfort and strength in challenging moments. One of the most powerful tools in Stoicism is the concept of voluntary discomfort. By intentionally exposing yourself to small discomforts, such as fasting or going without luxuries, you prepare yourself for larger challenges. This practice strengthens your resilience, making it easier to face unexpected hardships with composure. By choosing discomfort in controlled situations, you train your mind to remain calm when life brings more serious difficulties. Stoicism also teaches the value of patience. In difficult times, the urge to act impulsively can be strong, but Stoicism reminds you to take a step back and wait for the right moment. Patience allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react emotionally. It creates space for reflection, helping you make better decisions in the long run. By cultivating patience, you learn to endure hardship with grace, trusting that time will bring clarity and resolution. The Stoics also believed in the importance of self-awareness. In times of difficulty, it's easy to get caught up in the emotions of the moment, losing sight of your values and principles. By practicing self-awareness, you can check in with yourself, ensuring that your actions align with your deeper beliefs. This awareness helps you stay true to yourself, even when external pressures threaten to pull you off course. Another way Stoicism helps in difficult situations is through the practice of humility. Adversity can challenge your ego, making you feel small or powerless. However, Stoicism teaches that humility is a strength, not a weakness. By accepting your limitations and acknowledging that you don't have all the answers, you open yourself to growth and learning. Humility allows you to navigate challenges without the need for constant validation or control. Stoicism encourages us to focus on action rather than getting lost in overthinking. In difficult situations, it's easy to become paralyzed by analysis, constantly weighing options without taking any concrete steps. The Stoics believed that action is the antidote to fear and doubt. By focusing on what you can do right now, rather than worrying about what might happen, you regain a sense of control and purpose. The Stoics also remind us that difficult situations are temporary. No matter how overwhelming a challenge may feel, it will eventually pass. This awareness helps you stay grounded, knowing that the pain or stress you're experiencing is not permanent. By keeping this in mind, you can approach challenges with greater patience and hope, trusting that time will bring change and resolution. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of community in times of difficulty. While it's important to develop inner strength, the Stoics also believed in seeking support from others. Whether it's family, friends, or mentors, having a strong support system can provide comfort and guidance when navigating tough situations. Stoicism teaches that we are not meant to face life's challenges alone, but as part of a larger network of human connection. Another powerful Stoic practice is focusing on progress, not perfection. In difficult times, it's easy to feel frustrated when things don't go as planned. However, Stoicism teaches that life is a journey, and setbacks are a natural part of growth. By focusing on the progress you're making rather than expecting perfection, you can stay motivated and avoid becoming discouraged by temporary failures. Lastly, Stoicism teaches that even in the face of difficulty, you always have a choice. You may not be able to control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. This freedom of choice is empowering, reminding you that no matter how challenging a situation may be, you are never truly powerless. By embracing this mindset, you can navigate life's toughest moments with strength, grace, and resilience. As we move forward, having learned how to navigate life's challenges with a Stoic mindset, the next step is to look inward at the powerful and often unpredictable force that can shape our reality, our emotions. In times of difficulty, emotions can either serve us or overwhelm us. While the Stoic mindset helps you remain grounded in external chaos, the real strength comes from mastering the emotions within. How do we learn to control these emotions so they no longer control us? Stoicism offers profound insights into managing these forces in a way that leads to greater peace and clarity. Emotions, by their very nature, are not inherently good or bad. They are part of the human experience, and Stoicism does not teach us to suppress or avoid them. Instead, it encourages us to understand them, to see them for what they are, temporary reactions to our thoughts about the world around us. The key to mastering emotions lies in recognizing that they often arise not from events themselves, but from the interpretations we assign to those events. By addressing the root of our emotional reactions, we can begin to regain control. One of the first steps in mastering emotions is learning to pause before reacting. In the heat of the moment, emotions often push us to act impulsively, leading to regret later on. Stoicism teaches that the power of a pause allows you to gain perspective before responding. When you pause, you give yourself the space to question whether your initial emotional response is helpful or necessary. This moment of reflection can prevent unnecessary outbursts and lead to more measured, thoughtful actions. Another technique is to focus on the idea that you are not your emotions. Emotions may arise, but they do not define you. Stoicism encourages detachment from these feelings, observing them as temporary states rather than letting them consume your identity. By seeing emotions as visitors rather than permanent residents, you can navigate them without being overwhelmed. One of the central teachings in Stoicism is that emotions are often based on assumptions or judgments that may not reflect reality. When you feel anger, fear, or sadness, it's important to ask, what am I assuming about this situation? Is it possible that my assumptions are incorrect or incomplete? By questioning the thoughts that fuel your emotions, you can begin to dismantle them and see the situation with greater clarity. Stoicism also emphasizes the concept of emotional resilience, which is built through practice. Emotions are not something we can simply turn off, but by repeatedly engaging with them in a mindful way, we can reduce their intensity and control how long they affect us. Emotional resilience doesn't mean never feeling upset or frustrated. It means learning to recover quickly from emotional disturbances and maintaining a sense of balance, even when emotions flare up. A key part of emotional mastery is recognizing that many emotions stem from desires or expectations that go unmet. Stoicism teaches that by adjusting our expectations and accepting that life doesn't always unfold as we wish, we can reduce the emotional turmoil that arises from disappointment. It's not about lowering your standards or giving up on goals, but rather accepting that certain outcomes are beyond your control. This acceptance can lead to a profound sense of emotional peace. Stoics also practiced premeditatio malorum, the contemplation of potential negative outcomes, as a way to prepare themselves emotionally for difficulties. This technique, far from fostering negativity, actually helps reduce the shock and intensity of emotions when things go wrong. By mentally rehearsing possible setbacks, you become less likely to be blindsided by them and more capable of maintaining emotional control when challenges arise. Another powerful Stoic tool for managing emotions is reframing. When faced with a situation that triggers strong emotions, Stoicism encourages you to look for a different perspective. Ask yourself, can I see this challenge as an opportunity for growth? By shifting your viewpoint, you can transform what initially feels like a negative experience into something that contributes to your personal development. This shift in thinking can drastically reduce the emotional weight of difficult situations. Stoicism also teaches that emotions like anger or frustration often arise when we feel that life is unfair or that things should be different than they are. However, these emotions are rooted in resistance to reality. By accepting that life is unpredictable and often beyond our control, We let go of the need for things to be a certain way, which in turn reduces the emotional turmoil that comes with unmet expectations. The Stoics believed in the importance of reflecting on past emotional reactions in order to learn from them. After experiencing a strong emotion, take the time to ask yourself, what triggered this response? Could I have handled it differently? This practice of self-reflection helps you gain greater insight into your emotional patterns and equips you with strategies to manage similar situations more effectively in the future. Another principle is focusing on the present moment. Many emotions are tied to regrets about the past or fears about the future. Stoicism teaches that by grounding yourself in the present, you can prevent these emotions from taking over. When you focus on what you can control in the here and now, the power of these emotions diminishes, and you are better able to respond calmly and rationally. Stoicism also advises practicing gratitude as a way to manage emotions. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you cultivate a sense of contentment and reduce feelings of frustration, jealousy, or dissatisfaction. Gratitude shifts your emotional state from one of scarcity to one of abundance, providing a sense of emotional balance even in challenging times. Another Stoic practice for mastering emotions is embracing discomfort. Emotions like fear and anxiety often arise from our desire to avoid pain or hardship. However, Stoicism teaches that discomfort is a natural part of life and should not be feared. By accepting discomfort as a part of the human experience, you become less emotionally reactive when faced with challenging or painful situations. Self-control is at the heart of Stoic emotional mastery. In moments of emotional intensity, it's easy to feel that your feelings are driving your actions. Stoicism reminds you that, regardless of how strong an emotion feels, you still have the power to choose your response. This understanding is liberating as it shifts the focus from being controlled by emotions to being in control of them. Stoicism also teaches that emotions can be valuable signals, alerting you to something that needs attention. Anger, for example, may signal a boundary that has been crossed. However, Stoicism encourages you to address these signals with reason and wisdom, rather than reacting impulsively. By acknowledging your emotions without letting them dictate your actions, you can respond in ways that are both thoughtful and effective. One of the most important insights in Stoicism is the understanding that negative emotions often feed off of each other. Anger can turn into resentment, fear can lead to panic, and sadness can spiral into despair. By interrupting this emotional cycle early through mindfulness, reflection, or reframing, you can prevent these emotions from gaining momentum and taking over. Another aspect of mastering emotions is learning to let go of the need for validation from others. Stoicism teaches that emotions like insecurity, jealousy, or anxiety often arise when we place too much weight on what others think of us. By focusing on your own values and inner worth, rather than seeking approval from others, you can reduce the emotional ups and downs that come from external validation. Stoicism also emphasizes the value of patience in emotional mastery. Many emotions, particularly frustration and anger, arise from impatience or the desire for immediate results. By cultivating patience, you learn to accept that some things take time and that rushing through challenges can often lead to more emotional turbulence. Patience creates space for calmer, more deliberate responses. Another technique is the Stoic practice of observing emotions without judgment. Rather than labeling emotions as good or bad, the Stoics suggest simply noticing them. This practice of observation allows you to detach from the intensity of the emotion and view it objectively. By observing emotions without judgment, you create a sense of emotional distance that can help you respond more rationally. Stoicism also teaches that some emotions, like envy or jealousy, stem from comparing ourselves to others. When we constantly measure ourselves against others' achievements, possessions, or successes, we often feel inadequate. The Stoics remind us that each person's path is unique and that comparison is the thief of joy. By focusing on your own journey and progress, you can reduce the emotional distress that comes from comparison. Another powerful aspect of Stoic emotional control is recognizing the impermanence of emotions. Just as physical pain eventually subsides, emotional pain also fades over time. This understanding helps you endure difficult emotions with the knowledge that they won't last forever. By accepting the temporary nature of emotions, you can ride out their intensity without being overwhelmed. Stoicism also encourages finding strength in adversity. Many emotions, especially those tied to fear or despair, arise when we feel powerless in the face of difficulty. However, the Stoics teach that adversity is a chance to grow stronger, to develop resilience. By seeing challenges as opportunities to practice emotional mastery, you transform them from sources of distress into moments of growth. Emotional control also involves knowing when to seek perspective. When emotions feel overwhelming, Stoicism teaches that stepping back to gain perspective can be incredibly powerful. Whether through reflection, conversation, or journaling, finding a way to distance yourself from the immediate emotional experience can help you regain clarity and calm. Another key element is the Stoic belief in focusing on what is within your power. Many emotions, particularly those tied to frustration or anxiety, arise when we feel helpless. By focusing on what you can control, your actions, your thoughts, your responses, you reclaim a sense of power, which diminishes the emotional weight of situations that seem overwhelming. Stoicism also encourages developing emotional strength through consistent practice. Mastering emotions is not something that happens overnight. It is a lifelong endeavor. Through daily reflection, mindful responses, and a commitment to emotional growth, you gradually build the inner fortitude to remain calm and composed, even in the face of life's greatest challenges. Finally, Stoicism teaches that true emotional mastery comes from living in alignment with your values. When your actions and decisions reflect your core beliefs, you experience a sense of inner peace that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. By staying true to your values, you build a foundation of emotional stability that allows you to face any situation with confidence and calm. The journey toward mastering emotions is one of practice, patience, and perseverance. Through the techniques that Stoicism offers, you can transform your relationship with emotions, gaining the power to navigate life's highs and lows with greater resilience, clarity, and peace. As we delve deeper into Stoicism, having mastered techniques for controlling emotions, there's another essential practice that anchors all the others: the art of living in the present. Our thoughts often drift between memories of the past or fears of the future, pulling us away from the present moment. Yet, it is in this present moment where true peace, clarity, and action exist. Stoicism offers powerful insights into why focusing on the now, without being trapped by regrets or anxieties, is key to living a fulfilling and resilient life. What does it mean to be fully present, and how can embracing the current moment transform how we experience the world? The Stoics believed that life is best lived moment by moment. When we lose ourselves in thoughts of the past or future, we rob ourselves of the only time we truly possess, the present. This is where real life happens, where decisions are made, and where growth occurs. The future is uncertain, and the past is unchangeable. Focusing too much on either leads to stress, fear, and dissatisfaction. Living in the present moment allows you to engage fully with life as it is, rather than being distracted by what was or what might be. Letting go of the past is one of the first steps toward living in the present. Many people carry emotional baggage from past experiences, regrets, guilt, missed opportunities that cloud their ability to enjoy the present. Stoicism teaches that the past is beyond our control. What has happened cannot be undone, and holding on to it only creates unnecessary suffering. By accepting the past as it is, without judgment or resentment, you free yourself to focus on the present, where you still have the power to act. At the same time, worries about the future often prevent us from fully experiencing the present. Anxiety about what might happen or fears of what could go wrong drain energy and attention from the here and now. Stoicism emphasizes that the future is unpredictable and uncontrollable. While it's important to plan, fixating on future outcomes can paralyze you. By focusing on the present, you can take the steps necessary to prepare for the future without becoming overwhelmed by fear or uncertainty. Another important aspect of living in the present is the practice of mindfulness. Being mindful means paying attention to what is happening right now, your thoughts, your emotions, your surroundings, without distraction. In Stoicism, this practice is about cultivating awareness and staying engaged with reality as it unfolds. By training yourself to be mindful, you develop the ability to observe life with clarity, making decisions based on what is, rather than what you fear or hope might happen. Focusing on the present also allows you to appreciate the small, everyday moments of life. Too often, we are in such a rush to achieve future goals that we miss the beauty and value of what is happening right now. Stoicism encourages you to slow down, to notice the details, and to find gratitude in the present moment. Whether it's a quiet morning, a good conversation, or simply the feeling of being alive, these moments are precious and should not be overlooked. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring the past or future entirely. Instead, it's about learning to balance your awareness of time. The past can be a source of valuable lessons, and the future offers possibilities for growth. But the present is where you apply those lessons and make choices that shape your future. By grounding yourself in the now, you use your experiences from the past and your hopes for the future in a productive way, without letting them dominate your thoughts. Stoicism teaches that living in the present also helps you face challenges with greater ease. When you focus on the entire scope of a problem, it can seem overwhelming. However, by breaking it down into manageable steps and focusing on what you can do right now, you reduce the weight of the challenge. This approach allows you to handle difficulties one moment at a time, rather than being consumed by the bigger picture. The practice of being present also helps reduce the intensity of negative emotions. Emotions like anxiety, fear, or anger are often amplified when we focus on hypothetical scenarios or past grievances. By returning your attention to the present, you can stop these emotions from spiraling out of control. You ground yourself in reality, where the emotions may still exist, but they are easier to manage because you are no longer feeding them with thoughts of "what if" or "I should have." One of the most significant benefits of focusing on the present is the sense of peace it brings. When your mind is constantly racing, trying to solve problems that don't yet exist, or reliving moments that have already passed, peace becomes elusive. But by focusing on the present, you stop chasing after solutions or revisiting old mistakes. You allow yourself to simply be, and in that stillness, a deeper sense of calm can emerge. Living in the present also enhances your relationships with others. When you are fully present with the people around you, you listen more deeply, engage more meaningfully, and show genuine attention and care. Stoicism teaches that relationships are enriched by presence because it allows you to truly connect with others without distractions or preoccupations. This kind of presence strengthens bonds and fosters a greater sense of understanding and empathy. Another key aspect of living in the present is the ability to let go of attachment to outcomes. When you focus solely on the future, you become attached to specific results, whether in your career, relationships, or personal goals. Stoicism teaches that this attachment creates anxiety because the outcome is never fully within your control. By focusing on the present and doing your best in the moment, you release the need to control the future. You focus on the process rather than the end result, leading to greater satisfaction and less stress. Stoicism also teaches that by living in the present, you cultivate resilience. When challenges arise, staying grounded in the moment helps you maintain perspective and respond effectively. Instead of worrying about how long the struggle will last or what the consequences might be, you focus on what you can do right now to move forward. This mindset allows you to face adversity with greater strength and determination. Another important lesson from Stoicism is that living in the present helps you avoid the trap of comparison. When we compare ourselves to others, we often feel inadequate or envious because we are focused on what we don't have or haven't achieved. By staying present, you shift your attention away from what others are doing and focus on your own path. You appreciate your own progress and find contentment in where you are right now. Living in the present also fosters creativity and innovation. When your mind is free from the distractions of past regrets or future anxieties, you create space for new ideas and solutions to emerge. By focusing fully on the task at hand, you engage with it more deeply and can tap into your natural creativity. This sense of flow, where time seems to disappear and you are fully immersed in the moment, is often where the most inspired ideas come from. The Stoics also remind us that life is fleeting and the present moment is all we truly have. By embracing this truth, you learn to make the most of each moment, rather than waiting for the right time to start living fully. Procrastination often comes from a focus on the future, waiting for a perfect moment that may never come. By acting now, by living now, you stop delaying your happiness and start creating a life of purpose and fulfillment. When you practice living in the present, you also become more aware of your own thoughts and actions. You start to notice patterns in your thinking that may be holding you back or causing unnecessary stress. This awareness allows you to make conscious choices about how you want to live, rather than being driven by automatic reactions or unconscious habits. The present moment becomes an opportunity to align your actions with your values. Focusing on the present also deepens your appreciation for the simple joys of life. In a world that often prioritizes achievement and success, it's easy to overlook the small moments of beauty and contentment that surround you. Stoicism teaches that happiness isn't found in grand accomplishments, but in the quiet, everyday experiences, the warmth of the sun, a shared laugh, or the taste of a good meal. These moments, when fully appreciated, become the building blocks of a fulfilling life. Living in the present also helps you cultivate a sense of gratitude. When you focus on the here and now, you become more aware of the blessings in your life, big and small. Gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance, allowing you to see the richness of life as it is, rather than constantly striving for more. This shift not only brings more happiness, but also strengthens your resilience in difficult times. Stoicism teaches that the present moment is where true change happens. While you can plan for the future and learn from the past, the only time you can take action is now. By embracing the present, you empower yourself to make decisions that align with your values and goals. You stop waiting for a perfect moment and start creating the life you want, one moment at a time. Living in the present also allows you to let go of the need for perfection. When you are constantly focused on achieving an ideal future, you may become frustrated when things don't go as planned. Stoicism teaches that perfection is an illusion and that life is full of imperfections. By accepting this and focusing on doing your best in the present moment, you reduce the stress and pressure that comes with striving for an unattainable ideal. The Stoics also believed that living in the present helps you build inner peace. When your mind is free from regrets about the past or fears about the future, you create space for a deeper sense of calm and contentment. This peace doesn't come from external circumstances, but from within, from the ability to be fully present and at ease with what is. As you continue practicing living in the present, you'll find that your sense of time changes. Instead of feeling like life is rushing by, you begin to experience time more fully. Moments feel richer and days feel more meaningful. This shift in perception helps you make the most of your life, savoring each moment rather than letting it slip away unnoticed. Living in the present also teaches you patience. In a world that often values speed and efficiency, it's easy to become impatient when things don't happen as quickly as you'd like. But Stoicism teaches that everything has its time, and by staying present, you learn to trust the process. Patience allows you to enjoy the journey without constantly rushing toward the next milestone. Another key lesson from Stoicism is that living in the present helps you face uncertainty with greater ease. The future is always unknown, and trying to predict or control it can lead to anxiety. By focusing on what you can do in the present, you let go of the need to know what will happen next. This shift in mindset allows you to embrace uncertainty with a sense of curiosity rather than fear. When you focus on the present, you also become more attuned to your body and its needs. Many people spend so much time in their heads worrying about the future or replaying the past that they neglect their physical well-being. Stoicism teaches that the mind and body are interconnected, and by being present, you can better care for your health, noticing when you need rest, nourishment, or movement. Living in the present also helps you develop a greater sense of self-compassion. When you focus too much on the past, you may dwell on mistakes or failures, leading to feelings of guilt or shame. By staying present, you learn to forgive yourself and move forward, understanding that every moment is an opportunity to grow and improve. The practice of living in the present also helps you manage stress more effectively. Stress often arises when you feel overwhelmed by the demands of life or anxious about future outcomes. By focusing on the present, you reduce the mental clutter that contributes to stress. You become more grounded, more centered, and better equipped to handle whatever challenges arise. Living in the present also encourages you to take responsibility for your life. When you focus on the past or future, it's easy to fall into the trap of blaming external circumstances for your unhappiness. But by staying present, you recognize that you have the power to shape your experience of life moment by moment. This sense of responsibility is empowering and leads to greater fulfillment. Ultimately, the Stoic approach to mindfulness is about embracing life as it is, without resistance or attachment. By focusing on the present, you learn to accept the flow of life, trusting that each moment is an opportunity for growth and discovery. This mindset brings a sense of peace, purpose, and joy that can transform your experience of the world. Having explored the power of living in the present and embracing each moment with mindfulness, we now shift our attention to an area where many find their peace disturbed: criticism and judgment. Whether it's from others or the harsh self-criticism that we often inflict on ourselves, these judgments can shake even the strongest sense of inner calm. Yet, Stoicism offers profound insights into how to navigate the words and opinions of others without letting them undermine your peace. Criticism is a part of life, but how we respond to it determines whether we remain grounded or become unsettled. What does it mean to face judgment with equanimity, and how can Stoic wisdom help you rise above it? Criticism from others often feels personal, but Stoicism teaches that it's not the criticism itself that causes us distress, it's our reaction to it. The Stoics remind us that external judgments are just opinions, shaped by the perspective and experiences of the person offering them. When someone criticizes you, they are expressing their own viewpoint, which may or may not reflect reality. Recognizing this is the first step toward freeing yourself from the emotional weight of their words. Instead of reacting emotionally to criticism, Stoicism encourages you to pause and assess whether the criticism is valid. If there is truth in what is being said, then use it as an opportunity for growth. Criticism, when accurate, can be a valuable tool for self-improvement. The Stoic approach is to remain open to feedback without taking it personally. This mindset allows you to benefit from the insights of others without letting their words define your sense of self-worth. However, not all criticism is constructive or accurate. In these cases, Stoicism teaches that the opinion of others holds no real power unless you allow it to. If the criticism is unfounded or malicious, it is nothing more than noise. The Stoic practice of emotional detachment helps you create distance between yourself and the opinions of others, allowing you to remain unaffected by their judgments. You are the one in control of how much value you place on their words. Another important aspect of dealing with criticism is understanding that you cannot control what others think or say. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of focusing on what is within your control, your actions, thoughts, and responses. You cannot change someone else's opinion of you, nor should you try. Instead, focus on living according to your values and principles, knowing that the opinions of others are beyond your influence. This shift in focus helps you maintain your peace of mind, regardless of what others may say. Criticism often feels threatening because it challenges our ego, the image we hold of ourselves. Stoicism teaches that the ego is a fragile construct, easily bruised by the words of others. But when you step back from the ego and realize that your true self is not defined by external judgments, you gain the freedom to remain calm in the face of criticism. The Stoic practice of humility helps you recognize that your worth is not tied to the approval or disapproval of others. Another powerful tool in Stoicism for handling criticism is the practice of self-reflection. When you receive criticism, take a moment to reflect on whether it aligns with your own understanding of yourself. If the criticism is valid, accept it and use it to grow. If it is not, let it go without allowing it to disturb your peace. This practice of reflection helps you approach criticism with a balanced perspective, using it as a mirror for self-improvement rather than a source of insecurity. Stoicism also reminds us that people often criticize from their own place of insecurity or misunderstanding. When someone judges or criticizes you, it is often a reflection of their own issues, not yours. By recognizing this, you can respond with compassion rather than defensiveness. Instead of letting their words hurt you, you can see the criticism for what it is, a projection of their inner struggles. This understanding helps you remain grounded, even when faced with harsh judgments. Another key element of Stoicism is the idea that you should focus on your actions rather than the opinions of others. What truly matters is how you live your life, not how others perceive it. When you stay true to your values and act with integrity, the criticism of others loses its power. You become less concerned with pleasing everyone and more focused on living in alignment with your principles. This shift in focus brings a sense of inner peace that is not easily shaken by external judgments. In dealing with criticism, it's also important to remember that you are not defined by your mistakes. Everyone makes errors, and criticism often highlights these missteps. Stoicism teaches that mistakes are part of the human experience, and that growth comes from learning from them. Rather than seeing criticism as an attack on your character, view it as an opportunity to reflect, learn, and improve. This mindset helps you approach criticism with curiosity rather than defensiveness. When faced with judgment, Stoicism encourages you to consider the source. Is the person offering criticism someone whose opinion you value and respect? If not, why give their words so much weight? The Stoics teach that not all opinions are worth considering, and it's important to discern which voices to listen to. By focusing on feedback from those who genuinely care about your growth, you can filter out unnecessary noise and focus on what truly matters. Another way to handle criticism is to practice detachment from praise as well. Just as negative judgments should not define you, neither should positive ones. Stoicism teaches that both praise and criticism are external to your true self, and that placing too much value on either can lead to emotional instability. When you rely on praise for validation, you become vulnerable to criticism. By detaching from both, you maintain a steady sense of self-worth that is not dependent on the opinions of others. It's also helpful to remind yourself that criticism is inevitable. No matter how well you live your life, someone will always have something negative to say. The Stoics understood this and taught that trying to avoid criticism entirely is a futile effort. Instead, focus on living with virtue and let go of the need for universal approval. By accepting that criticism is a natural part of life, you free yourself from the anxiety of trying to please everyone. When criticism feels particularly harsh or unfair, Stoicism teaches that you can always choose how to respond. Instead of reacting with anger or hurt, you have the power to respond with calmness and dignity. This response not only preserves your peace of mind, but also reflects your inner strength. The Stoics believed that true power lies in controlling your reactions, not in controlling the actions of others. By choosing how to respond to criticism, you demonstrate mastery over yourself. Criticism can sometimes trigger feelings of self-doubt, making you question your abilities or worth. Stoicism teaches that these moments of doubt are opportunities to reaffirm your commitment to your values and principles. Instead of allowing criticism to undermine your confidence, use it as a chance to strengthen your resolve. By staying true to yourself, you build resilience against the doubts that criticism can provoke. The Stoic practice of apatheia, freedom from destructive emotions, plays a crucial role in dealing with criticism. When you cultivate apatheia, you develop the ability to remain unaffected by external judgments, maintaining your inner calm regardless of what others say. This emotional detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. Rather, it means you stop allowing negative emotions to control you. By practicing apatheia, you learn to navigate criticism with grace and composure. Another important Stoic principle is the concept of eudaimonia, or flourishing, which is achieved through living in accordance with virtue. When you focus on living a virtuous life, criticism becomes less significant. You understand that your true goal is not to win the approval of others, but to cultivate wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. By prioritizing virtue over validation, you free yourself from the need to constantly seek external approval. Stoicism also teaches that criticism often reveals more about the critic than the one being criticized. People judge based on their own experiences, biases, and insecurities. When you understand this, you can see criticism for what it is, a reflection of the other person's perspective, not an objective truth about you. This awareness helps you detach from the emotional sting of criticism and view it with greater clarity. In moments of criticism, Stoicism encourages you to practice gratitude. Even harsh feedback can offer valuable lessons, and by approaching criticism with gratitude, you transform it into an opportunity for growth. Gratitude shifts your focus from feeling attacked to seeing the potential for improvement. This mindset helps you remain open to feedback without becoming defensive or hurt. It's also helpful to remind yourself that not all criticism is about you. Sometimes people criticize out of frustration or anger that has nothing to do with you personally. By recognizing that their words are often a result of their own emotional state, you can avoid taking their criticism to heart. This understanding allows you to remain compassionate, even when others are being unkind. Stoicism teaches that your peace of mind should not depend on external circumstances, including the opinions of others. By cultivating inner tranquility, you develop the ability to remain calm and centered, even when faced with harsh judgment. This inner peace is built through consistent practice, reflection, and a commitment to living in alignment with your values. Over time, criticism loses its power to disturb your equilibrium. Another powerful Stoic tool for handling criticism is the practice of focusing on your intentions rather than the outcomes. When you act with integrity and good intentions, the opinions of others become less relevant. Whether you are praised or criticized, you can find peace in knowing that you did your best. This focus on intention helps you detach from external judgments and remain true to yourself. Criticism often triggers a desire to defend yourself or justify your actions. However, Stoicism teaches that the need to defend yourself comes from a place of insecurity. When you are secure in your values and actions, you have no need to prove yourself to others. By letting go of the need for validation, you free yourself from the exhausting cycle of defending against criticism. Instead, you focus on your own growth and development. It's also important to recognize that not all feedback requires a response. Stoicism teaches that silence can be a powerful tool in dealing with criticism. When someone criticizes you, you don't always need to engage or argue. By remaining silent, you demonstrate that you are not swayed by their opinions. This silence is not passive. It is an active choice to preserve your peace and focus on what truly matters. Stoicism also reminds us that the opinions of others are fleeting. What someone thinks of you today may change tomorrow, and basing your sense of self on these fluctuating judgments is a recipe for instability. Instead, Stoicism teaches you to anchor your sense of worth in your own principles and actions. When you live according to your values, the opinions of others fade into the background, and you remain steady in your own self-understanding. Dealing with self-criticism is another important aspect of Stoicism. Just as external criticism can be damaging, so can the harsh judgments we place on ourselves. Stoicism teaches that self-compassion is essential for growth. By recognizing that you are human and will make mistakes, you can approach self-criticism with the same detachment and reflection that you apply to external criticism. This practice allows you to learn from your mistakes without being consumed by guilt or self-blame. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches that criticism is a natural part of life, but it does not have to define you. By applying the principles of self-reflection, emotional detachment, and a focus on virtue, you can navigate criticism with grace and wisdom. Whether the criticism is valid or unfounded, you have the power to choose how it affects you. Through Stoic wisdom, you learn to rise above judgment and remain anchored in your own sense of worth and purpose. Having learned how to navigate the complexities of criticism and judgment, we now turn to something equally essential: the creation of daily habits that align with Stoic principles. While it's one thing to understand Stoicism in theory, it's quite another to live it each day. True transformation happens through consistent practice. By building habits that reflect Stoic values, you ground yourself in a way of living that brings clarity, peace, and purpose. How do we incorporate Stoicism into our everyday lives? It starts with small, intentional actions that over time shape a more fulfilling existence. One of the most effective ways to incorporate Stoicism into daily life is through morning reflection. Starting the day with a moment of calm allows you to set your intentions and remind yourself of the Stoic virtues you want to embody. Whether it's a few minutes of meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in quiet contemplation, this practice creates a sense of focus and purpose. You prepare your mind to face the day's challenges with clarity, knowing that you are grounded in your values. Another essential habit is the practice of premeditatio malorum, which involves mentally preparing for potential difficulties. Before you step into your day, take a moment to anticipate the challenges you might face, from traffic delays to difficult conversations. This exercise helps reduce the emotional impact of these events because you are not caught off guard. You've already rehearsed your response, allowing you to approach each situation with calmness and reason rather than frustration or anger. In addition to morning reflection, Stoicism encourages setting daily goals that align with your personal values. These goals don't need to be grand or ambitious. Instead, they should reflect your commitment to living a virtuous life. Whether it's practicing patience in stressful situations, showing kindness to others, or exercising self-discipline, these small intentional acts build the foundation for a Stoic mindset. Each day becomes an opportunity to strengthen your character through action. A vital part of building Stoic habits is learning to detach from outcomes. While it's important to set goals, Stoicism teaches that the results of your efforts are often beyond your control. By focusing on the process rather than the outcome, you free yourself from the stress and anxiety that come with trying to force things to go a certain way. This mindset allows you to take action with confidence and peace, knowing that you've done your best, regardless of the outcome. Another powerful Stoic habit is practicing gratitude throughout the day. It's easy to get caught up in what's going wrong or what you lack, but Stoicism teaches that true contentment comes from appreciating what you have. By taking moments throughout the day to reflect on the things you're grateful for, whether it's your health, relationships, or simply the beauty of nature, you cultivate a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. This practice shifts your focus from dissatisfaction to appreciation. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of evening reflection. Just as the morning is a time to set intentions, the evening is an opportunity to reflect on the day's events. Did you live according to your values? Were there moments when you reacted emotionally rather than thoughtfully? By reviewing your actions and behaviors, you create space for growth and self-improvement. This reflection is not about self-criticism, but about learning from your experiences and becoming a better version of yourself. An important Stoic habit is the practice of apatheia, or emotional equanimity. Throughout the day, emotions will rise and fall, but Stoicism teaches that you don't have to be swept away by them. By practicing emotional detachment, you observe your feelings without letting them control your actions. This habit of self-awareness allows you to remain calm and centered, even in the midst of emotional turbulence. Another daily practice that aligns with Stoic philosophy is focusing on what is within your control. It's easy to get frustrated by things that don't go as planned, whether it's a delayed meeting or an unexpected problem. But Stoicism reminds us that these external events are not within our control. What we can control is our response. By consciously choosing to focus on your actions and reactions rather than external circumstances, you reclaim a sense of agency and inner peace. Stoicism also encourages the habit of self-discipline. This discipline can take many forms, from managing your time effectively to controlling impulsive behaviors. By practicing restraint in areas where you are tempted to act without thinking, whether it's indulging in distractions, reacting in anger, or procrastinating, you strengthen your ability to stay focused on what truly matters. Over time, self-discipline becomes a cornerstone of your daily routine, allowing you to live with greater intention. Another habit central to Stoic practice is mindfulness, the act of being fully present in each moment. In a world full of distractions, it's easy to let your mind wander or to rush through tasks without paying attention. Stoicism teaches that mindfulness is essential for living a virtuous life. By bringing your full attention to whatever you're doing, whether it's a conversation, a work task, or a simple daily chore, you cultivate presence and clarity. This focus on the present moment helps you engage with life more fully and intentionally. Building Stoic habits also involves regular acts of kindness and generosity. Stoicism teaches that we are all connected as part of a larger human community, and by helping others, we contribute to the common good. These acts don't need to be grand gestures. Simple moments of compassion or support can make a significant difference. By making kindness a daily habit, you align your actions with the Stoic principle of justice, which emphasizes treating others with fairness and respect. Another habit that enhances Stoic practice is embracing simplicity. In a world that often values excess, Stoicism encourages you to find contentment in simplicity. This can mean simplifying your possessions, your schedule, or even your thoughts. By focusing on what is essential and letting go of what is unnecessary, you create more space for peace and reflection. This simplicity fosters a sense of freedom and lightness, unburdened by the distractions of materialism or overcomplication. Stoicism also advocates for the habit of practicing humility. Each day presents opportunities to learn from others, to acknowledge your limitations, and to grow. By approaching life with humility, you remain open to new perspectives and experiences. You understand that wisdom is not a destination, but a continuous journey, and that there is always more to learn. This habit of humility helps you stay grounded and prevents arrogance from clouding your judgment. Incorporating Stoic principles into daily life also means developing a habit of acceptance. There will be moments when things don't go your way, when setbacks occur, or when you face unexpected challenges. Stoicism teaches that resistance to reality only creates suffering. By practicing acceptance of what is, you reduce the emotional turmoil that comes with trying to control the uncontrollable. This habit allows you to move through life with greater ease and resilience. Another essential Stoic habit is speaking with intention. Stoicism teaches that our words have power, and careless speech can lead to misunderstandings or harm. By making a habit of thoughtful, intentional communication, you not only strengthen your relationships, but also cultivate self-discipline in how you express yourself. Speaking less, listening more, and choosing words that reflect your values are all part of this Stoic practice. Stoicism also encourages you to develop the habit of learning from every experience. Life is full of lessons, both in success and failure, and Stoicism teaches that growth comes from reflecting on these experiences. Each day, there are opportunities to learn something new about yourself, others, or the world around you. By approaching life with curiosity and openness, you turn every moment into an opportunity for wisdom. Another important aspect of Stoic habit building is the practice of forgiveness, both toward yourself and others. Holding on to grudges or guilt can weigh you down and keep you from living fully in the present. Stoicism teaches that forgiveness is a form of liberation. By letting go of past mistakes, whether they are your own or others, you free yourself from the emotional burden of resentment. This habit of forgiveness brings greater peace and allows you to move forward with clarity. Stoicism also promotes the habit of self-care, not just in terms of physical health, but also mental and emotional well-being. Taking care of your body through proper nutrition, exercise, and rest is a Stoic practice, as it allows you to be at your best to serve others and live virtuously. Similarly, mental and emotional care, through practices like mindfulness, reflection, and seeking balance, helps you maintain a sense of inner calm and resilience. Another habit aligned with Stoic philosophy is the regular practice of reflection on death, or memento mori. While this may seem morbid to some, the Stoics believed that reflecting on the inevitability of death helps you live more fully. By acknowledging the finite nature of life, you are reminded to make the most of each day and to focus on what truly matters. This practice encourages you to let go of trivial concerns and live with greater purpose and intentionality. Incorporating Stoicism into daily life also means practicing patience. Life is full of moments that test your ability to remain calm and composed, whether it's waiting in line, dealing with a difficult person, or facing delays in your plans. Stoicism teaches that patience is not passive. It is an active choice to remain steady in the face of frustration. By making patience a daily habit, you strengthen your ability to stay grounded in challenging situations. Another habit that reflects Stoic values is the regular practice of setting boundaries. Stoicism teaches that while we are responsible for our actions, we are not obligated to take on the burdens of others at the expense of our well-being. Setting boundaries allows you to protect your time, energy, and peace of mind. By being clear about what you can and cannot take on, you create a sense of balance and prevent burnout. Incorporating Stoic habits into your daily routine also involves cultivating a sense of gratitude for adversity. While challenges are never easy, Stoicism teaches that they are opportunities for growth. By viewing setbacks as lessons rather than failures, you transform difficulties into stepping stones for personal development. This mindset shifts your relationship with adversity, allowing you to face challenges with resilience and optimism. Another Stoic habit is practicing mindfulness in consumption. Whether it's food, media, or material possessions, Stoicism encourages moderation and mindfulness in what you consume. By being intentional about what you allow into your life, you reduce the clutter, both physical and mental, that can weigh you down. This practice helps you focus on what truly nourishes and fulfills you, rather than seeking comfort in excess. Stoicism also promotes the habit of focusing on service to others. Each day presents opportunities to help, support, and uplift those around you. Whether it's through small acts of kindness or larger efforts to contribute to your community, Stoicism teaches that true fulfillment comes from serving others. This habit of service aligns with the Stoic principle of justice, which emphasizes the importance of contributing to the well-being of those around you. Another important daily habit is the practice of consistency. Stoicism teaches that true growth comes from sustained effort over time. While it's easy to start a new practice with enthusiasm, the challenge lies in maintaining that commitment day after day. Whether it's a commitment to self-discipline, mindfulness, or kindness, consistency is the key to building a Stoic life. Over time, these small, consistent actions lead to profound transformation. Stoicism also encourages you to cultivate a habit of mental resilience. Life is unpredictable and setbacks are inevitable, but Stoicism teaches that resilience is built through daily practice. By approaching each day with a mindset of adaptability and perseverance, you strengthen your ability to bounce back from difficulties. This habit of resilience helps you navigate the highs and lows of life with greater ease and grace. Another powerful Stoic habit is focusing on what you can give rather than what you can get. Stoicism teaches that fulfillment comes not from accumulating wealth, possessions, or accolades, but from contributing to the world around you. By making a habit of asking, "How can I serve?" rather than "What can I take?" you shift your focus from self-interest to the greater good. This mindset brings a sense of purpose and fulfillment that is deeply aligned with Stoic principles. Ultimately, building daily habits with Stoicism is about living with intention, mindfulness, and virtue. Each day offers countless opportunities to practice these principles, from how you start your morning to how you end your day. By incorporating these small, intentional habits into your routine, you create a life that reflects the values of Stoicism, one that is grounded in purpose, resilience, and peace. Through consistent practice, these habits become second nature, transforming the way you experience the world and bringing you closer to the life of fulfillment that Stoicism promises. Having explored how Stoic habits can shape a fulfilling daily routine, we now turn our focus to one of the most significant areas of life: relationships. Whether with family, friends, colleagues, or partners, relationships play a vital role in our emotional and mental well-being. Yet, they can also become sources of tension, dependency, and conflict when not approached with wisdom. Stoicism offers timeless principles for maintaining balance in relationships, allowing you to connect deeply without becoming emotionally dependent. How can we cultivate meaningful relationships while retaining our sense of self? Stoicism provides a roadmap to navigate these complexities with clarity and strength. Stoicism teaches that while relationships are valuable, it is crucial to recognize that each person is an individual with their own thoughts, feelings, and choices. One of the most common challenges in relationships is the tendency to expect others to behave in ways that align with our own desires. Stoicism reminds us that we cannot control others, only our responses to them. By accepting this, you release yourself from the frustration that arises when others do not meet your expectations. This acceptance creates a foundation for healthier, more peaceful interactions. Another key Stoic insight is the practice of detachment from outcomes. In relationships, it's natural to want things to go a certain way, to hope for reciprocation, approval, or support. However, Stoicism teaches that attachment to specific outcomes can lead to disappointment and resentment. By focusing on what you can give in a relationship rather than what you expect to receive, you cultivate a sense of balance. This shift in perspective helps you remain emotionally steady, even when the relationship doesn't unfold exactly as you had hoped. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of maintaining your own identity within relationships. While it's tempting to lose yourself in a partner or a close friendship, Stoicism teaches that your sense of self should not be dependent on another person. True connection doesn't come from merging identities, but from recognizing and respecting each other's individuality. By nurturing your own values, interests, and personal growth, you bring a richer, more balanced presence into your relationships. A key Stoic principle for relationships is practicing emotional detachment, which doesn't mean being cold or distant. Instead, it's about not allowing your emotions to be dictated by the actions or reactions of others. This emotional resilience enables you to remain calm and composed, even when conflicts arise. Rather than reacting impulsively to misunderstandings or hurt feelings, Stoicism encourages a thoughtful approach, one that prioritizes reason over emotional reactivity. Stoicism also teaches the value of acceptance in relationships. People are imperfect, and expecting others to never make mistakes or disappoint you sets the stage for frustration. By accepting others as they are, with their flaws and shortcomings, you create space for compassion and understanding. This acceptance doesn't mean tolerating harmful behavior, but it allows you to approach conflicts with a sense of calm rather than anger or disappointment. Another essential Stoic practice in relationships is setting boundaries. While Stoicism teaches kindness and generosity, it also emphasizes the importance of self-preservation. Healthy relationships require boundaries, knowing when to say no, when to step back, and when to prioritize your own well-being. By establishing clear boundaries, you prevent emotional dependency and ensure that your relationships remain balanced and respectful. Stoicism encourages focusing on what you can control within relationships, your own actions, responses, and attitudes. You can't control how others behave or how they feel about you, but you can choose how you interact with them. This focus on self-responsibility empowers you to be a better partner, friend, or family member without being weighed down by the actions of others. When you take ownership of your role in relationships, you contribute to their health and longevity. Another valuable Stoic insight is the practice of non-attachment to external validation. In relationships, it's easy to become dependent on the approval, praise, or love of others to feel good about yourself. However, Stoicism teaches that your worth comes from within, not from how others perceive you. By cultivating inner confidence and self-respect, you free yourself from the emotional highs and lows that come with seeking constant validation from others. This independence strengthens your relationships because it allows you to engage without needing constant reassurance. Stoicism also emphasizes the power of forgiveness in maintaining healthy relationships. Holding on to grudges or resentment only creates emotional baggage that weighs down both you and the relationship. Stoicism teaches that forgiveness is not about excusing harmful behavior, but about freeing yourself from the emotional burden of anger or bitterness. By practicing forgiveness, you clear the path for healing and growth in relationships, allowing you to move forward without being stuck in past hurts. In relationships, misunderstandings and conflicts are inevitable, but Stoicism offers tools for navigating these moments with grace. One of the key Stoic practices is to pause before responding, especially in emotionally charged situations. Instead of reacting in the heat of the moment, take a breath and consider the bigger picture. This pause allows you to respond with reason rather than emotion, leading to more constructive conversations and resolutions. Stoicism also teaches the importance of empathy in relationships. While Stoicism is often associated with emotional detachment, it also emphasizes the value of understanding others' perspectives. By practicing empathy, you open yourself to deeper connections as you seek to understand the emotions, struggles, and motivations of those you care about. This practice helps you approach conflicts with compassion and patience rather than judgment or frustration. Another key Stoic habit in relationships is focusing on the present moment. Relationships can be weighed down by past grievances or future anxieties, but Stoicism teaches that the present is where real connection happens. By being fully present with those you care about, listening attentively, engaging meaningfully, and showing genuine care, you strengthen your bonds. This focus on the present helps you appreciate the time you spend together, free from the distractions of what has been or what might be. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of clear and honest communication in relationships. Misunderstandings often arise when expectations, needs, or boundaries are not clearly expressed. By practicing straightforward, compassionate communication, you create a foundation of trust and respect in your relationships. Stoicism teaches that honest communication is not about confronting others harshly, but about expressing yourself in a way that promotes understanding and growth. Another essential aspect of Stoicism in relationships is letting go of the need for control. People are autonomous beings with their own thoughts, emotions, and decisions. Stoicism teaches that trying to control others only leads to frustration and conflict. Instead, focus on influencing through example and kindness, trusting that others will make their own choices. This mindset of non-control fosters a sense of freedom in relationships, where each person is respected for who they are. Stoicism also promotes the practice of gratitude in relationships. It's easy to take those closest to us for granted, but Stoicism teaches that gratitude is key to maintaining meaningful connections. By regularly acknowledging and appreciating the positive aspects of your relationships, you strengthen your emotional bond and foster a sense of mutual respect and care. This gratitude helps you focus on the value of the relationship rather than dwelling on its imperfections. Another Stoic approach to relationships is managing expectations. Often, conflicts arise when we expect others to meet our needs in specific ways. Stoicism teaches that by releasing unrealistic or rigid expectations, we reduce frustration and disappointment. Instead, focus on the relationship as it is, with its strengths and flaws. This mindset of flexibility allows you to adapt to changes and challenges in the relationship with greater ease. In relationships, emotional dependency can create imbalances where one person relies too heavily on the other for emotional support or validation. Stoicism encourages you to cultivate inner strength and self-reliance so that your emotional well-being is not tied to someone else's actions or presence. This doesn't mean rejecting closeness or connection, but rather finding a balance where you can support each other without losing your sense of self. Another Stoic principle is the acceptance of change. Relationships evolve over time, and Stoicism teaches that resisting these changes only leads to pain. Whether it's a friendship that drifts apart or a romantic relationship that transitions into a different phase, change is inevitable. By accepting the natural flow of relationships and embracing change with openness, you maintain a sense of balance and peace, even when relationships shift. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of mutual respect in relationships. Treating others with kindness, fairness, and dignity is a cornerstone of Stoic ethics. By practicing respect, you create a foundation of trust and harmony in your relationships. This respect goes both ways, as Stoicism also teaches the importance of standing up for yourself and maintaining your own dignity, even when others do not treat you with the same respect. Another Stoic insight for relationships is practicing patience. Relationships are complex, and conflicts or misunderstandings are bound to arise. Stoicism teaches that patience is key to navigating these challenges. By remaining calm and patient, you allow space for healing and growth, rather than rushing to fix problems or force solutions. Patience helps you approach conflicts with a long-term perspective, understanding that meaningful relationships require time and effort to flourish. Stoicism also teaches the value of reciprocity in relationships. While it's important to be generous and kind, Stoicism reminds you that relationships should be balanced, with both parties contributing to the connection. When one person consistently gives more than the other, the relationship becomes unbalanced and potentially harmful. By practicing reciprocity, you ensure that the relationship remains healthy, with both individuals benefiting from mutual care and respect. Another important Stoic practice is letting go of jealousy and comparison in relationships. Whether it's comparing your relationship to others or feeling jealous of a partner's attention to someone else, these emotions can create unnecessary tension. Stoicism teaches that jealousy arises from insecurity and fear of loss. By focusing on what you can control, your own actions and the quality of the relationship, you reduce these destructive emotions and strengthen your bond. Stoicism also encourages practicing forgiveness as a way to maintain harmony in relationships. Holding on to grudges or past mistakes only creates emotional distance and resentment. Stoicism teaches that forgiveness is not about excusing bad behavior, but about letting go of the emotional weight of hurt and anger. By practicing forgiveness, you allow space for healing and growth in the relationship, fostering a deeper sense of connection. Another key Stoic practice in relationships is emotional resilience. Life will inevitably bring challenges, and relationships are no exception. Stoicism teaches that by cultivating emotional resilience, you can navigate these challenges with strength and grace. Rather than being overwhelmed by difficulties, you learn to adapt and respond with wisdom. This resilience strengthens your relationships as you become a source of stability and support for those you care about. Stoicism also teaches that relationships are a place for personal growth. Each interaction, whether positive or challenging, offers an opportunity to learn more about yourself and others. By approaching relationships with curiosity and openness, you turn conflicts into opportunities for self-reflection and growth. This mindset of growth transforms relationships from merely sources of comfort to paths of personal development. In relationships, it's easy to become attached to roles or expectations, whether it's being the caretaker, the leader, or the one who always agrees. Stoicism teaches that these roles can become limiting if they prevent you from being authentic. By letting go of rigid roles and embracing fluidity in your relationships, you allow both yourself and others the freedom to grow and evolve. This flexibility creates more dynamic and fulfilling connections. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of self-awareness in relationships. Being mindful of your own emotions, reactions, and needs allows you to engage more thoughtfully with others. By regularly reflecting on your role in relationships and how you contribute to their dynamics, you gain insight into areas where you can improve. This self-awareness helps you communicate more effectively and build stronger, more authentic relationships. Another key Stoic insight is the importance of consistency in relationships. Stoicism teaches that true character is revealed through consistent actions over time, not through grand gestures or occasional displays of kindness. By being consistently present, kind, and reliable in your relationships, you build trust and deepen your connections. This consistency is the foundation of meaningful, long-lasting relationships. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches that relationships are an essential part of a virtuous life, but they should never come at the cost of your inner peace or integrity. By practicing emotional detachment, self-respect, and kindness, you create relationships that are balanced, healthy, and fulfilling. Stoicism offers a path to deep connection without dependency, allowing you to love and care for others while remaining true to yourself. Through these principles, your relationships become sources of joy, growth, and mutual support, grounded in wisdom and strength. Having explored the complexities of relationships and how to maintain balance without attachment, we now shift our attention to an equally pervasive part of human experience: fear and anxiety. These emotions often emerge unexpectedly, taking root in our minds and affecting our ability to live freely. Fear of the unknown, anxiety about the future, and stress over daily challenges can consume us if we don't manage them effectively. But Stoicism offers practical wisdom to face these emotions head-on. How can we apply Stoic principles to quiet the mind, reduce anxiety, and regain control of our inner world? Let's uncover how these timeless teachings can transform the way we experience fear and anxiety. Stoicism teaches that much of our fear and anxiety stems from focusing on things beyond our control. The Stoics emphasize the importance of distinguishing between what we can influence and what is outside our power. By redirecting your attention to what is within your control, your thoughts, actions, and responses, you reduce the anxiety that comes from trying to control the uncontrollable. This shift in focus helps calm the mind, giving you a sense of empowerment even in uncertain situations. One of the most effective Stoic practices for overcoming fear is the idea of confronting it directly. Rather than avoiding or suppressing fears, Stoicism encourages you to face them with courage and reason. By examining your fears closely, you begin to see them for what they are, often exaggerated thoughts rather than real threats. This practice allows you to dismantle the power fear holds over you, replacing it with clarity and strength. Another key Stoic technique is practicing acceptance of uncertainty. Anxiety often arises from the fear of what might happen in the future. Stoicism teaches that the future is inherently unpredictable, and attempting to control or predict it only leads to more stress. Instead, by accepting uncertainty as a natural part of life, you free yourself from the constant worry about what's to come. This acceptance helps you remain grounded in the present, where your true power lies. Stoicism also emphasizes the value of reframing your perspective on challenges. Fear and anxiety are often triggered by perceiving obstacles as insurmountable or threatening. But Stoicism teaches that challenges are opportunities for growth, not reasons for fear. By reframing your view of difficulties, you transform them from sources of anxiety into moments where you can develop resilience and inner strength. This shift in mindset empowers you to face challenges with courage rather than fear. The practice of premeditatio malorum, or anticipating potential hardships, is another powerful Stoic tool for managing anxiety. By mentally preparing yourself for possible difficulties, you reduce the shock and emotional impact if they occur. This isn't about dwelling on worst-case scenarios, but about becoming emotionally ready for whatever life may bring. Knowing that you have already considered and prepared for challenges makes you more confident and less anxious when facing the unknown. Stoicism also teaches that much of our anxiety comes from exaggerated thoughts, where we blow problems out of proportion in our minds. By using reason and logic, you can challenge these distorted thoughts and bring yourself back to reality. Asking yourself whether your fears are based on facts or assumptions helps break the cycle of anxious thinking. This rational approach helps quiet the mind and reduces the grip of anxiety. Another essential Stoic practice for overcoming fear is detachment from outcomes. Fear often arises when we become overly attached to specific results or expectations. Stoicism teaches that while we can control our actions, the outcomes are often beyond our influence. By focusing on doing your best in the present and letting go of the need for things to turn out a certain way, you release the anxiety tied to future results. This detachment allows you to approach life with more calmness and acceptance. Mindfulness is another Stoic practice that helps manage fear and anxiety. Being fully present in the moment reduces the tendency to get lost in fears about the future or regrets about the past. Stoicism teaches that by grounding yourself in the here and now, you shift your focus from what you can't control to what you can, your current thoughts and actions. This mindfulness brings clarity and peace, helping you navigate life's uncertainties with greater ease. Stoicism also encourages practicing gratitude as a way to reduce anxiety. When you focus on what you lack or fear losing, anxiety grows. But by cultivating gratitude for what you already have, you shift your attention from scarcity to abundance. This practice not only reduces fear, but also creates a sense of contentment and peace, making it easier to face challenges without becoming overwhelmed by anxiety. Another Stoic technique is to remind yourself of your own resilience. You've faced challenges before, and you've overcome them. By reflecting on past difficulties that you've successfully navigated, you build confidence in your ability to handle future obstacles. Stoicism teaches that inner strength is developed through adversity, and by recognizing your own resilience, you reduce the fear that comes with uncertainty. The Stoics also taught that fear is often fueled by ignorance. The less we know about a situation, the more likely we are to fear it. One way to manage this fear is to seek knowledge and understanding. By learning more about what you fear, whether it's a health issue, a career challenge, or a personal relationship, you diminish the unknown and reduce the power fear has over you. Knowledge replaces fear with clarity and confidence. Stoicism also teaches the value of community in overcoming fear. While anxiety can make you feel isolated, connecting with others who share your concerns or have experienced similar challenges can provide comfort and perspective. Stoicism emphasizes that we are all part of a larger human community, and by seeking support from others, you lessen the weight of your fears. This sense of connection brings reassurance and helps you feel less alone in facing life's uncertainties. Another important Stoic practice is controlling your inner dialogue. The way you talk to yourself has a significant impact on how you experience fear and anxiety. Stoicism encourages you to replace negative, fear-driven self-talk with rational, empowering thoughts. By consciously choosing words and thoughts that reflect strength and resilience, you change your mental narrative, reducing anxiety and fostering a sense of inner calm. Stoicism also teaches that fear and anxiety are often linked to an overemphasis on external validation. When you rely on others' approval or fear their judgment, anxiety increases. By focusing on your own values and internal standards, rather than seeking validation from others, you reduce the fear of rejection or criticism. This shift helps you remain grounded in your own self-worth, free from the anxiety that comes from worrying about others' opinions. One of the core Stoic principles is the understanding that fear often arises from attachment to things we cannot keep, whether it's material possessions, status, or even relationships. Stoicism teaches that everything in life is temporary, and by accepting this impermanence, you reduce the anxiety that comes with clinging to what might be lost. This practice of non-attachment helps you approach life's uncertainties with greater calm and acceptance. Another Stoic method for managing anxiety is the practice of controlled exposure to discomfort. By intentionally placing yourself in situations that challenge your comfort zone, you build resilience against fear. Whether it's speaking in public, trying something new, or confronting a difficult conversation, exposing yourself to discomfort in small, controlled ways helps reduce the fear associated with those situations. Over time, you become more comfortable with discomfort, and the fear that once held you back diminishes. Stoicism also encourages practicing self-compassion in the face of fear and anxiety. Instead of criticizing yourself for feeling anxious or afraid, Stoicism teaches that these emotions are natural responses to uncertainty. By acknowledging your fears without judgment, you create space for growth and healing. This practice of self-compassion helps you manage anxiety with kindness, reducing the pressure to get rid of your fear and allowing it to pass more naturally. Another valuable Stoic insight is that fear often comes from focusing too much on the future. By constantly thinking about what might go wrong, you amplify anxiety. Stoicism teaches that the future is not something to be feared, but approached with curiosity and openness. By reframing your relationship with the future, you reduce the anxiety that comes with trying to predict or control what's to come. Stoicism also encourages simplifying your life as a way to reduce anxiety. The more complicated your life becomes, with too many possessions, responsibilities, or distractions, the more anxiety tends to grow. By focusing on what truly matters and letting go of unnecessary complications, you create space for peace and clarity. This simplicity allows you to focus on the present moment rather than becoming overwhelmed by the endless possibilities of what could go wrong. Another important Stoic practice for overcoming fear is the acknowledgement of death, or memento mori. While this might sound morbid, the Stoics believed that reflecting on the inevitability of death helps you live more fully. By accepting that life is finite, you reduce the fear of loss and uncertainty. This perspective encourages you to make the most of each moment, free from the anxiety of what might happen in the distant future. Stoicism also teaches that by focusing on your core values, you reduce fear. When you live in alignment with your values, external challenges or fears lose their grip. You know who you are and what you stand for, which gives you the strength to face difficulties without being consumed by anxiety. This sense of inner alignment acts as a compass, guiding you through uncertain times with confidence and peace. Another powerful Stoic practice is visualizing success, not in terms of material achievements, but in how you handle fear and anxiety. By mentally rehearsing how you will respond to challenging situations, you build a sense of preparedness. This visualization helps reduce the fear associated with the unknown, as you've already mentally faced the situation and planned your response. This practice builds confidence and reduces the emotional intensity of fear. Stoicism also teaches that fear is often rooted in attachment to outcomes. When you become overly invested in how things should turn out, anxiety grows. By practicing detachment from specific outcomes and focusing instead on the effort you put into a situation, you reduce the fear of failure or disappointment. This mindset helps you approach challenges with a sense of openness and curiosity rather than being paralyzed by fear. Another key Stoic technique for managing anxiety is focusing on small, actionable steps rather than becoming overwhelmed by the bigger picture. When faced with a daunting challenge, it's easy to feel anxious about the scope of what needs to be done. Stoicism teaches that by breaking the challenge down into manageable tasks and focusing on one step at a time, you reduce the anxiety that comes with feeling overwhelmed. In addition, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of rest and recovery in managing anxiety. Anxiety can build up when you're constantly in a state of stress or overwork. By taking time to rest, reflect, and recharge, you give yourself the space to process your emotions and regain a sense of balance. This practice of self-care helps reduce the buildup of anxiety and prepares you to face challenges with a clearer mind. Stoicism also encourages you to find strength in adversity. Fear often arises when you feel powerless in the face of challenges, but Stoicism teaches that every obstacle is an opportunity to build resilience. By viewing difficulties as chances to grow, you shift from a mindset of fear to one of empowerment. This approach reduces anxiety because it reframes challenges as part of your personal development, rather than as threats to your well-being. Lastly, Stoicism teaches the importance of daily practice in overcoming fear and anxiety. Like any skill, managing these emotions requires consistent effort. By incorporating Stoic principles into your daily routine, whether through reflection, mindfulness, or intentional action, you build a foundation of calmness and strength that helps you face fear with courage and clarity. Over time, these practices become second nature, and fear and anxiety lose their grip on your life. Through Stoicism, you cultivate an inner peace that allows you to navigate the uncertainties of life with resilience and grace. Having explored how to overcome fear and anxiety with Stoic principles, we now turn to one of the core lessons that underpins all Stoic thought: the art of letting go. So much of our suffering comes from trying to control what is beyond our influence, whether it's the behavior of others, the outcome of events, or the passage of time. We often waste precious energy on things that lie outside our grasp. But Stoicism teaches us that peace comes from accepting what we cannot change and focusing only on what is within our power. How do we embrace this mindset, and how can it transform the way we experience the world around us? At the heart of Stoicism is the concept of distinguishing between what you can control and what you cannot. This simple yet profound distinction shapes how we interact with the world. Many people struggle with feelings of helplessness because they are caught in the illusion that they can control outcomes or the actions of others. Stoicism teaches that true power lies in focusing solely on what you can control, your own thoughts, actions, and reactions, while releasing everything else. Letting go does not mean indifference or passivity. Stoicism encourages active engagement with life, but only in areas where your efforts can make a difference. By acknowledging the limits of your influence, you learn to channel your energy where it will have the most impact. This practice of focusing on your circle of control empowers you to live with intention and clarity, without being burdened by the frustration of trying to manage the uncontrollable. The Stoics understood that much of life is unpredictable, and attempting to control outcomes only leads to disappointment. When you release the need for things to go a certain way, you free yourself from the anxiety and stress that accompany uncertainty. This practice of letting go doesn't mean giving up on your goals or desires, but accepting that the outcome is not entirely in your hands. This acceptance brings a sense of inner peace as you stop fighting against the flow of life. One of the most common sources of frustration in life is trying to change other people. Whether it's a partner, friend, or colleague, we often fall into the trap of believing we can control their actions or decisions. Stoicism teaches that other people's choices are entirely outside your control, and trying to influence them beyond reason only creates unnecessary tension. By accepting others as they are, you release the emotional burden of trying to mold them into something they're not, leading to more harmonious relationships. Stoicism also teaches that time itself is beyond our control. No matter how much we might wish to speed it up or slow it down, time moves at its own pace. By accepting this, you stop wasting energy worrying about the past or future and start living more fully in the present. This acceptance of time as it is brings a sense of calm and allows you to focus on making the most of the moment you are in. Another powerful aspect of letting go is releasing attachment to specific outcomes. We often attach our happiness or sense of success to achieving particular goals, but Stoicism teaches that these outcomes are not always within our control. By focusing on the effort you put in rather than the result, you find satisfaction in knowing that you did your best, regardless of what happens. This mindset reduces disappointment and allows you to approach life with greater flexibility and resilience. The practice of letting go also applies to your own expectations. Often, we set rigid expectations for ourselves, creating pressure and stress when we fail to meet them. Stoicism encourages you to be kinder to yourself by recognizing that you are human and that perfection is not achievable. By letting go of unrealistic expectations, you create space for growth, learning, and self-compassion. This shift in mindset helps you approach life with more openness and acceptance. Letting go is also about embracing the impermanence of life. Everything is constantly changing: people, situations, even your own thoughts and emotions. Stoicism teaches that by resisting change, you only create suffering. Instead, by accepting the natural flow of life and letting go of the need to hold on to what is fleeting, you cultivate a sense of peace. This acceptance helps you navigate life's transitions with grace, knowing that nothing is permanent and that change is a part of growth. Another important lesson in letting go is releasing the need for external validation. So much of our anxiety comes from seeking approval from others, whether it's in our work, relationships, or personal decisions. Stoicism teaches that your worth is not dependent on others' opinions. By letting go of the need for validation, you reclaim your power and live according to your own values. This independence brings a sense of freedom and confidence, as you no longer rely on external forces for your sense of self-worth. The Stoics also teach that letting go involves releasing attachment to material possessions. While it's natural to enjoy the things you have, Stoicism reminds us that material objects are temporary and can be lost at any moment. By cultivating a mindset of detachment from possessions, you free yourself from the fear of losing them. This doesn't mean rejecting all material things, but understanding that your happiness and peace of mind should not depend on them. Letting go also means releasing the need to control how others perceive you. Many people spend their lives trying to manage their image, worrying about what others think. Stoicism teaches that other people's opinions are beyond your control and that seeking approval only leads to stress and insecurity. By focusing on your own values and actions rather than how you are perceived, you develop a deeper sense of authenticity and self-assurance. Another aspect of letting go is the practice of forgiving others. Holding on to anger or resentment only prolongs your suffering. Stoicism teaches that forgiveness is not about excusing harmful behavior, but about releasing the emotional burden of holding on to the past. By letting go of grudges, you free yourself from the pain of reliving past hurts and open the door to healing and peace. This act of forgiveness helps you move forward without the weight of unresolved emotions. Letting go also applies to the pursuit of perfection. Many people become paralyzed by the desire to get everything exactly right, whether in their work, relationships, or personal lives. Stoicism teaches that perfection is an illusion and that the pursuit of it often leads to frustration. By letting go of the need to be perfect, you allow yourself to take action, make mistakes, and learn from them. This mindset encourages growth and progress rather than being stuck in a cycle of unrealistic expectations. Another important lesson in letting go is accepting the unpredictability of life. No matter how carefully you plan, things will not always go as expected. Stoicism teaches that by releasing your attachment to specific plans or outcomes, you develop flexibility and resilience. This adaptability allows you to respond to life's changes with a calm mind and a sense of perspective, knowing that challenges are a natural part of the journey. Letting go also involves releasing attachment to the past. Many people carry regret, guilt, or nostalgia for what has already happened, but Stoicism teaches that the past is beyond your control. By letting go of past mistakes or missed opportunities, you free yourself to focus on the present and future. This practice of releasing the past helps you avoid being trapped in what could have been and instead directs your energy toward what you can create now. Another key aspect of letting go is releasing attachment to outcomes in relationships. Whether it's a romantic relationship, friendship, or family connection, we often hold on to specific expectations for how these relationships should unfold. Stoicism teaches that relationships, like everything else, are subject to change, and that clinging to rigid expectations only leads to disappointment. By letting go of the need for relationships to meet specific standards, you create space for them to grow naturally and authentically. The practice of letting go also applies to your internal world, your thoughts and emotions. Many people become trapped in negative thought patterns or overwhelming emotions, feeling as though they have no control over their inner experience. Stoicism teaches that while you cannot always control your initial thoughts or feelings, you can control how you respond to them. By letting go of the need to fix or suppress every negative thought, you create space for emotional balance and clarity. Letting go also involves releasing the desire for constant certainty. The human mind craves predictability, but life is inherently uncertain. Stoicism teaches that by embracing uncertainty and letting go of the need for constant reassurance, you develop a sense of inner peace. This mindset allows you to navigate the unknown with curiosity and confidence, knowing that not everything needs to be fully understood or controlled. Another powerful aspect of letting go is releasing the fear of failure. Many people are held back by the fear that they will not succeed or that they will be judged for their mistakes. Stoicism teaches that failure is a natural part of growth and that avoiding it only limits your potential. By letting go of the fear of failure, you free yourself to take risks, learn from mistakes, and pursue your goals with courage. Stoicism also encourages letting go of attachment to comfort. While it's natural to seek comfort, Stoicism teaches that growth often occurs outside of your comfort zone. By releasing the need to always feel safe or secure, you open yourself up to new experiences and challenges. This willingness to step into discomfort helps you build resilience and adaptability, allowing you to face life's difficulties with greater strength. Letting go also applies to the way you approach time. Many people feel anxious about the passage of time, worrying that they are not doing enough or that time is slipping away. Stoicism teaches that time is beyond your control and that by accepting its natural flow, you reduce anxiety and increase your ability to live fully in the present. This acceptance of time as it is brings a sense of peace and allows you to focus on what truly matters in each moment. Another key lesson in letting go is releasing the need for comparison. In a world filled with constant comparison, whether through social media or societal expectations, it's easy to feel inadequate. Stoicism teaches that comparing yourself to others only leads to dissatisfaction. By letting go of the need to measure yourself against external standards, you free yourself to focus on your own path and values. This mindset fosters a sense of contentment and self-acceptance. Letting go also involves releasing the need to control your future. While planning and setting goals are important, Stoicism teaches that the future is uncertain and cannot be fully controlled. By focusing on what you can do today, rather than obsessing over what might happen tomorrow, you create a more grounded and peaceful relationship with time. This acceptance of the future as unknown allows you to live more fully in the present. Stoicism also teaches that letting go is a practice of trusting in life's natural order. While it's easy to feel frustrated or anxious when things don't go as planned, Stoicism encourages you to trust that everything happens for a reason, even if it's not immediately clear. By letting go of the need to understand or control every aspect of life, you develop a sense of faith in the unfolding of events, allowing you to navigate life's uncertainties with calmness and resilience. Another aspect of letting go is releasing attachment to past identities. Many people cling to a version of themselves from the past, whether it's an old role, achievement, or way of being. Stoicism teaches that personal growth requires shedding old identities to make room for new ones. By letting go of who you were, you create space for who you are becoming. This practice of releasing past identities helps you stay open to change and personal evolution. Letting go also applies to releasing the need for perfection in others. Just as you are imperfect, so too are the people around you. Stoicism teaches that expecting perfection from others only leads to frustration and disappointment. By accepting the flaws and limitations of those around you, you create more compassionate and realistic relationships. This practice of letting go of perfection in others allows for deeper connections based on understanding and acceptance. Lastly, Stoicism teaches that letting go is a practice of freedom. When you release attachment to what you cannot control, you free yourself from the chains of worry, fear, and frustration. This freedom allows you to focus on what truly matters, living a life of purpose, integrity, and peace. Through the Stoic way of letting go, you cultivate a sense of inner strength and resilience, navigating life's challenges with grace and wisdom. By embracing this practice, you step into a life that is not bound by the need for control, but guided by the power of acceptance. Having explored the art of letting go and finding peace by accepting what is beyond your control, we now shift to a fundamental aspect of life: decision-making. Every day presents choices, some small, others life-changing. These decisions shape our future, but the process of making wise choices is often clouded by emotions, external pressures, and fear of the unknown. Stoicism offers a way to cut through these obstacles, grounding decision-making in logic, reason, and clarity. How can the principles of Stoicism guide us to make choices that align with our values and lead to a life of fulfillment and purpose? Stoicism teaches that wise decision-making begins with self-awareness. Knowing who you are, what you stand for, and what your values are provides a solid foundation from which all decisions can flow. Without this inner clarity, it's easy to be swayed by temporary emotions or the opinions of others. By consistently reflecting on your core beliefs and values, you anchor your decision-making process in something far more stable than external circumstances. Another key Stoic principle is using reason over emotion in making decisions. While emotions can provide valuable insight, Stoicism warns against letting them dictate your choices. Fear, anger, and excitement can all cloud judgment and lead to impulsive decisions that may not serve you in the long run. By taking a step back, observing your emotions without letting them control your actions, you create space for reason to guide you. This practice allows for decisions that are thoughtful, measured, and aligned with your long-term goals. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of considering the bigger picture when making decisions. It's easy to get caught up in short-term desires or fears, but wise choices require thinking about the long-term impact of your actions. Stoicism teaches that every decision should be made with a view toward your ultimate goals and values. This perspective helps you avoid short-sighted decisions that may bring temporary relief but cause long-term harm. One of the most powerful Stoic practices in decision-making is the principle of focusing on what is within your control. Many decisions are made with an eye toward influencing things that are ultimately beyond your power, such as other people's reactions or the outcome of events. Stoicism teaches that by focusing solely on what you can control, your actions, attitudes, and responses, you free yourself from the anxiety of trying to manage the uncontrollable. This mindset brings clarity and helps you make decisions based on what you can actually influence. Another key aspect of Stoic decision-making is recognizing that failure is not the end. Fear of failure often paralyzes people, preventing them from making bold or necessary choices. Stoicism teaches that failure is simply part of the journey, and that every decision, whether it leads to success or failure, is an opportunity for growth. By letting go of the fear of failure, you make decisions with more confidence and courage, knowing that whatever the outcome, there is value in the experience. Stoicism also encourages seeking clarity through reflection before making major decisions. Rather than rushing into a choice, take time to reflect on the potential consequences, your motivations, and how the decision aligns with your values. This reflective pause allows you to make decisions from a place of calm and reason rather than urgency or pressure. In this way, Stoicism promotes thoughtful decision-making that considers both immediate and long-term effects. Another important Stoic insight is the practice of detachment from outcomes. When making decisions, it's natural to want a certain result, but Stoicism teaches that the outcome is often beyond your control. By focusing on the process, making the best decision you can with the information and resources available, you let go of the need for things to turn out a specific way. This detachment from outcomes reduces anxiety and allows you to make decisions based on logic rather than fear or desire. Stoicism also promotes the idea of eudaimonia, or flourishing, as the ultimate goal of decision-making. Wise choices are those that lead to a life of purpose, virtue, and fulfillment. When faced with a decision, ask yourself whether the choice will bring you closer to living a life aligned with your values and principles. This focus on flourishing helps guide your decisions toward those that contribute to long-term well-being rather than fleeting pleasures. Another Stoic practice in decision-making is embracing uncertainty. Many people hesitate to make decisions because they want to be sure of the outcome before taking action. Stoicism teaches that life is inherently uncertain and that waiting for complete certainty often leads to inaction. By accepting uncertainty as part of the process, you free yourself to make decisions with the information you have, trusting that whatever happens, you will adapt and grow. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of humility in decision-making. Acknowledging that you don't know everything and that you may make mistakes helps you approach decisions with an open mind. This humility allows you to seek advice from others, consider different perspectives, and be willing to change course if new information emerges. By embracing the possibility of being wrong, you become more flexible and better equipped to make wise choices. In decision-making, Stoicism also teaches the value of focusing on principles over preferences. It's easy to be swayed by what feels good in the moment or what others expect of you, but Stoicism reminds you to stay grounded in your principles. When making a decision, consider whether it aligns with your core values, such as integrity, kindness, or justice, rather than simply what is most convenient or popular. This alignment with principles ensures that your decisions are guided by a sense of purpose rather than external pressures. Another important aspect of Stoic decision-making is managing the influence of external opinions. We live in a world where the opinions of others can heavily sway our choices, but Stoicism teaches that your decisions should come from within, not from the approval or disapproval of others. By focusing on what is right for you, rather than what will please others, you make decisions that are authentic and aligned with your values. Stoicism also teaches the importance of accepting the limits of your knowledge when making decisions. You will never have all the information or certainty about the future, but that doesn't mean you can't make a wise choice. Stoicism encourages you to gather as much information as possible, but also to recognize when it's time to act, despite the unknowns. This balance between knowledge and action helps you avoid the paralysis of overthinking while still making informed choices. Another powerful Stoic technique for decision-making is the use of premeditatio malorum, or premeditation of evils. By considering potential challenges or obstacles that may arise from a decision, you prepare yourself mentally and emotionally for whatever may come. This practice doesn't involve pessimism, but rather realistic planning for setbacks. It allows you to make decisions with confidence, knowing that you've thought through potential difficulties and are ready to handle them. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of courage in decision-making. Many choices require stepping into the unknown or facing difficult situations, but Stoicism teaches that courage is essential for growth. By cultivating inner strength and the willingness to take risks when necessary, you develop the resilience needed to make bold decisions, even when the outcome is uncertain. This courage helps you move forward in life with a sense of purpose and confidence. Another key Stoic principle is focusing on what is necessary rather than what is easy. Often, the easiest decision is not the wisest one, but Stoicism teaches that making choices based on what is right, even when it is difficult, leads to long-term fulfillment. By prioritizing necessity over convenience, you build a life that reflects your values and brings deeper satisfaction than short-term comfort ever could. Stoicism also teaches that wise decision-making involves practicing moderation. Extreme choices often lead to regret, but Stoicism encourages finding a balanced approach in all areas of life. Whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal habits, making decisions that reflect moderation helps you avoid the pitfalls of excess and ensures that you maintain stability and peace of mind. Another Stoic approach to decision-making is focusing on the common good. Stoicism teaches that we are all part of a larger human community and that our decisions should consider the impact they have on others. By making choices that contribute to the well-being of those around you, rather than just serving your own interests, you create a sense of connection and purpose. This focus on the greater good brings a sense of fulfillment that self-centered decisions cannot provide. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of adaptability in decision-making. Life is full of unexpected changes, and rigid thinking can lead to frustration or poor choices. Stoicism teaches that flexibility and the ability to adapt to new circumstances are essential for making wise decisions. By remaining open to change and willing to adjust your plans as needed, you navigate life's challenges with greater ease and make choices that reflect the reality of the moment. Another key Stoic practice in decision-making is maintaining a sense of equanimity or emotional balance. Whether a decision leads to success or failure, Stoicism teaches that your emotional state should remain steady. By not allowing yourself to be overly elated by success or crushed by failure, you maintain the clarity and composure needed to continue making wise decisions in the future. This emotional stability helps you approach each new decision with a calm and focused mind. Stoicism also teaches that wise decision-making involves letting go of regret. It's natural to reflect on past choices and wonder if you could have done things differently, but Stoicism encourages you to learn from past decisions without being consumed by regret. Every decision, whether it leads to success or failure, offers valuable lessons. By focusing on what you can learn rather than what you wish had been different, you move forward with wisdom and resilience. In decision-making, Stoicism also encourages embracing simplicity. Complex decisions often lead to confusion or overwhelm, but Stoicism teaches that the best choices are often the simplest ones. By stripping away unnecessary complications and focusing on the core of what matters, you make decisions that are clear, direct, and aligned with your values. This simplicity brings a sense of clarity and ease to the decision-making process. Another important Stoic principle is the practice of self-discipline in decision-making. Often, the hardest part of making wise choices is following through on them. Stoicism teaches that discipline is essential for turning decisions into action. By cultivating the habit of acting on your decisions with consistency and determination, you ensure that your choices lead to meaningful outcomes rather than remaining unfulfilled intentions. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of self-respect in decision-making. Making choices that align with your values and integrity, even when it's difficult, helps you build a sense of inner respect and confidence. By consistently making decisions that reflect who you truly are, you create a life that is authentic and meaningful. This sense of self-respect becomes a guiding force in future decisions, helping you stay true to your path. Another powerful Stoic practice in decision-making is practicing gratitude for the ability to choose. Life offers countless opportunities to make decisions, and Stoicism teaches that even the act of choosing is a gift. By approaching decision-making with a sense of gratitude, you shift from feeling overwhelmed or burdened to feeling empowered. This gratitude helps you make decisions with a positive mindset, appreciating the freedom you have to shape your life through your choices. Stoicism also teaches the importance of timing in decision-making. While it's important to take action, Stoicism reminds us that not all decisions need to be made immediately. Sometimes the wisest choice is to wait, gather more information, or allow a situation to unfold before deciding. This patience and timing help you make more informed and thoughtful choices rather than acting impulsively or prematurely. Another key Stoic principle in decision-making is practicing contentment with the choices you make. Once a decision is made, Stoicism teaches that you should fully commit to it rather than second-guessing or doubting yourself. By embracing the decision you've made, you free yourself from the anxiety of wondering whether it was the right choice. This contentment allows you to move forward with confidence and focus on making the most of your decision. Stoicism also teaches that decision-making should be guided by the pursuit of virtue. Every choice you make should reflect the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. By grounding your decisions in these virtues, you ensure that your choices are not only wise, but also aligned with your moral values. This pursuit of virtue brings a deeper sense of purpose to every decision you make. Another important aspect of Stoic decision-making is accepting responsibility for your choices. Stoicism teaches that while you cannot control the outcome, you are responsible for the choices you make. By owning your decisions, both good and bad, you develop a sense of accountability that strengthens your character and decision-making abilities. This responsibility helps you approach future decisions with greater wisdom and maturity. In decision-making, Stoicism also encourages focusing on progress rather than perfection. It's easy to become paralyzed by the desire to make the perfect choice, but Stoicism teaches that progress is more important than perfection. By making decisions that move you closer to your goals, even if they're not perfect, you build momentum and confidence. This focus on progress helps you overcome the fear of making mistakes and allows you to take action with purpose. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches that wise decision-making is a skill that can be developed through practice, reflection, and self-awareness. By applying Stoic principles such as reason, self-discipline, and emotional balance, you make choices that lead to a life of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. Each decision, whether small or large, becomes an opportunity to align with your values, grow in wisdom, and contribute to the greater good. Through Stoicism, you cultivate the clarity and strength needed to navigate the complexities of decision-making with confidence and grace. Having explored the principles of decision-making through the lens of Stoicism, where logic and virtue guide us, we now turn to something more subtle but just as transformative: gratitude. It is easy to rush through life, chasing goals and achievements without ever stopping to appreciate the simple joys that already surround us. Stoicism reminds us that true contentment comes not from constantly seeking more, but from valuing what we already have. Gratitude, when practiced with intention, has the power to shift your perspective, revealing the richness of life's smallest moments. Stoic gratitude begins with the recognition that many things we take for granted are, in fact, gifts. From the air we breathe to the relationships we cherish, nothing is guaranteed, and everything has value if we allow ourselves to see it. By pausing to acknowledge these everyday gifts, you create a sense of abundance, replacing the desire for more with a deep appreciation for what already exists. One of the most profound aspects of Stoic gratitude is learning to appreciate the present moment. Life is filled with distractions, and it's easy to let moments slip by unnoticed. But Stoicism teaches that the present is all we truly have, and within it lies countless opportunities for joy. By focusing on the here and now, you open your heart to the beauty of everyday experiences, whether it's the warmth of the sun, a good conversation, or the simple pleasure of a quiet moment to yourself. Gratitude in Stoicism also involves letting go of comparisons. Often, dissatisfaction arises not because of what we lack, but because we compare ourselves to others. Stoicism teaches that comparison is the thief of joy, and that by focusing on your own life, free from the need to measure up to others, you find contentment in your unique path. This shift in focus brings a sense of peace, as you no longer feel the pressure to compete, but instead embrace the value of your own journey. Another aspect of Stoic gratitude is appreciating the challenges you face. While difficulties may not seem like blessings at first, Stoicism teaches that they are opportunities for growth. Every obstacle is a chance to develop resilience, patience, or wisdom. By shifting your perspective and recognizing the hidden value in your struggles, you cultivate gratitude even in the midst of hardship. This gratitude for challenges transforms them from sources of frustration into powerful lessons for personal development. Stoicism also encourages you to be grateful for what you cannot control. In a world filled with uncertainty, it's easy to feel anxious about the things you cannot influence. But Stoicism teaches that acceptance is the key to peace. By letting go of the need to control everything and instead being grateful for the stability and strength you find within, you foster a deep sense of contentment. This gratitude helps you navigate life's unpredictability with grace and resilience. Another important practice in Stoic gratitude is valuing simplicity. In a culture that often glorifies excess, Stoicism reminds us that less is often more. By appreciating the simple pleasures in life, whether it's a home-cooked meal, a walk in nature, or time spent with loved ones, you discover that joy doesn't require extravagance. This focus on simplicity brings a sense of ease and contentment, allowing you to find beauty in the everyday moments that might otherwise go unnoticed. Stoic gratitude also involves acknowledging the impermanence of life. Everything we have, from our possessions to our relationships, is temporary. Rather than viewing this as a source of sadness, Stoicism teaches that it should deepen our appreciation. Knowing that nothing lasts forever encourages you to savor each moment fully. This awareness of life's impermanence brings a sense of urgency to appreciate the present, transforming ordinary moments into precious memories. In addition to valuing the present, Stoicism teaches that gratitude can be cultivated through reflection. At the end of each day, take time to reflect on what you are grateful for, no matter how small. This practice of daily reflection helps reinforce a mindset of appreciation, training your mind to focus on the positive aspects of your life. Over time, this habit of gratitude becomes second nature, bringing a consistent sense of peace and fulfillment. Gratitude in Stoicism is not only about appreciating what you have, but also about recognizing the contributions of others. From the people who support you to the individuals who challenge you, everyone plays a role in your personal growth. By expressing gratitude for these connections, you strengthen your relationships and create a deeper sense of connection to the world around you. This gratitude for others fosters a sense of community and belonging, making life's journey feel richer and more meaningful. Another important aspect of Stoic gratitude is appreciating your own progress. Often, we are so focused on what we have yet to achieve that we forget to acknowledge how far we've come. Stoicism teaches that personal growth is a journey, and by reflecting on your own development, whether it's in character, wisdom, or resilience, you cultivate a sense of pride and gratitude for the person you are becoming. This practice helps you stay motivated while also fostering contentment with your current state. Stoicism also encourages gratitude for the simple fact of being alive. Each day brings new opportunities for growth, learning, and connection, and by appreciating the gift of life itself, you develop a deep sense of wonder and joy. This gratitude for existence helps you stay grounded, even in difficult times, as you recognize that every moment is a chance to experience the richness of life. Another key element of Stoic gratitude is appreciating the process, not just the outcome. In a world that often prioritizes results, Stoicism teaches that the journey itself is valuable. Whether you're working toward a goal, learning a new skill, or navigating a challenge, the effort you put in is worthy of gratitude. By focusing on the process rather than just the destination, you develop a sense of fulfillment that is independent of external success. Gratitude in Stoicism also involves embracing the concept of enough. In a society that constantly pushes for more success, more possessions, more achievements, Stoicism reminds us that true contentment comes from recognizing when you have enough. By appreciating what you already have, rather than always seeking more, you cultivate a sense of sufficiency and peace. This mindset of enough helps you break free from the cycle of constant striving and instead focus on enjoying the present. Stoicism also teaches that gratitude can be a powerful tool for managing difficult emotions. When faced with anger, frustration, or sadness, shifting your focus to what you are grateful for helps balance your perspective. This practice doesn't ignore the challenges you face, but rather places them in the context of the broader picture of your life. By recognizing the good amidst the bad, you regain a sense of emotional equilibrium and resilience. Another important practice in Stoic gratitude is appreciating your body and health. It's easy to take your physical well-being for granted, but Stoicism teaches that your body is a gift that enables you to experience the world. By caring for your body and being grateful for your health, no matter its current state, you develop a deeper sense of appreciation for the simple pleasures of movement, sensation, and life itself. Gratitude in Stoicism also involves recognizing the role of nature in your life. The Stoics believed that we are all part of a larger natural order, and by appreciating the beauty and harmony of the natural world, you cultivate a sense of connection and peace. Whether it's the changing seasons, the rhythm of the tides, or the stillness of a forest, nature provides countless opportunities for gratitude. This connection to the natural world helps ground you, reminding you of the simplicity and beauty that exists outside the human-made world of complexity. Another aspect of Stoic gratitude is being thankful for your freedom to choose. Every day, you have the power to make decisions that shape your life, and Stoicism teaches that this freedom is something to be deeply appreciated. By recognizing the agency you have in your own life, you empower yourself to make choices that align with your values and bring you closer to a life of fulfillment. This gratitude for personal freedom fosters a sense of responsibility and purpose. Stoicism also encourages gratitude for the lessons life teaches you. Every experience, whether joyful or painful, has something to offer in terms of personal growth. By approaching life with a mindset of learning, you transform challenges into opportunities for wisdom. This gratitude for life's lessons helps you navigate difficulties with a sense of curiosity and resilience, knowing that each experience contributes to your development. Another powerful aspect of Stoic gratitude is appreciating the moments of stillness in life. In a world that often values busyness and productivity, Stoicism teaches that moments of quiet reflection and rest are just as important. By being grateful for these pauses, whether it's a peaceful morning, a break during a busy day, or a restful night's sleep, you create space for calmness and renewal. This appreciation for stillness helps balance the demands of modern life, allowing you to find peace amidst the noise. Gratitude in Stoicism also involves recognizing the abundance in what seems small. Whether it's a simple meal, a kind word, or a quiet evening, Stoicism teaches that these small pleasures are worthy of appreciation. By focusing on the richness of these seemingly minor moments, you shift your perspective from one of lack to one of abundance. This mindset helps you find joy in everyday experiences, making life feel fuller and more meaningful. Another key element of Stoic gratitude is appreciating the opportunities you have to grow and improve. Whether it's through your work, relationships, or personal challenges, every day presents chances for development. By being grateful for these opportunities, even when they are difficult, you cultivate a mindset of continuous growth. This gratitude for growth helps you stay motivated and engaged in life, knowing that each experience contributes to your evolution. Stoicism also teaches that gratitude can be a way to navigate uncertainty. In times of doubt or fear, focusing on what you are grateful for provides a sense of stability and grounding. By appreciating the things that remain constant, whether it's your values, relationships, or inner strength, you create a sense of calm amidst the unknown. This gratitude for the familiar helps you face uncertainty with confidence and peace. Another important practice in Stoic gratitude is recognizing the interdependence of life. Stoicism teaches that no one is truly independent. We all rely on others in countless ways. By being grateful for the support, knowledge, and kindness of others, whether it's friends, family, or even strangers, you develop a sense of connection and humility. This gratitude for the interconnectedness of life fosters a deeper appreciation for the role others play in your journey. Gratitude in Stoicism also involves appreciating the freedom to reflect and improve yourself. Each day offers opportunities to examine your thoughts, actions, and attitudes, and by being grateful for this freedom of self-reflection, you empower yourself to grow. This practice of gratitude for personal growth creates a sense of purpose and fulfillment, as you recognize that every day brings the chance to become a better version of yourself. Another powerful aspect of Stoic gratitude is appreciating the resilience you have developed through adversity. Life's challenges can be painful, but they also build strength and character. By being grateful for the resilience you've cultivated, you shift your perspective on hardship. This gratitude for inner strength helps you face future difficulties with confidence, knowing that you have already overcome so much. Lastly, Stoicism teaches that gratitude is a daily practice. It's not something to be reserved for special occasions, but a mindset to be cultivated in every moment. By consistently practicing gratitude, whether for the big moments or the small joys, you transform your experience of life. Gratitude becomes a lens through which you see the world, revealing the richness and beauty that is always present, waiting to be acknowledged. Through Stoic gratitude, you learn to appreciate life's simple pleasures, finding contentment and peace in the everyday. Having explored the power of gratitude and its ability to transform your outlook on life, it's now time to turn to an essential Stoic principle that supports you in your most challenging moments: resilience. Life's struggles are inevitable, and adversity can strike when least expected. But through Stoic teachings, you can learn to face tough situations with calmness and inner strength. How do you remain unshaken by difficulties? How can Stoicism help you endure hardships without losing your sense of self? Let's dive deeply into the wisdom of resilience and the powerful tools Stoicism offers for overcoming adversity. Stoicism teaches that the core of resilience lies in understanding what you can and cannot control. Adversity often comes with an overwhelming feeling of helplessness, but the Stoics remind us that even in the darkest times, we can control our attitude and response. By focusing your energy on the things within your control, your thoughts, choices, and actions, you regain a sense of agency. This shift helps you avoid falling into despair, as you no longer waste energy on trying to change what cannot be changed. Another key Stoic teaching on resilience is the idea that suffering is not caused by the events themselves, but by our interpretation of them. Stoicism encourages you to examine your perceptions and ask whether the difficulty you face is as overwhelming as it seems. By challenging negative thoughts and replacing them with reason, you gain a more balanced view of the situation. This perspective helps reduce the emotional weight of adversity, allowing you to approach problems with greater clarity. Stoicism also teaches the importance of accepting adversity as a natural part of life. While it's tempting to wish for a life free from pain and struggle, Stoicism reminds us that adversity is inevitable and often outside our control. Instead of resisting or denying hardship, Stoics embrace it as an opportunity for growth. This acceptance transforms adversity from something to fear into something to learn from. By accepting the difficulties you face, you build resilience and strengthen your ability to navigate future challenges. One of the most powerful Stoic practices for resilience is the concept of amor fati, the love of fate. This principle teaches you not only to accept what happens, but to embrace it fully, recognizing that every experience, good or bad, is part of your unique journey. By learning to love the path that life has given you, even when it's filled with hardship, you cultivate a sense of inner peace and strength. This mindset allows you to move through adversity with grace, seeing each challenge as a necessary step on your path. Stoicism also encourages you to find strength in adversity by focusing on your inner virtues. In times of difficulty, it's easy to feel powerless, but Stoicism teaches that your character, your courage, wisdom, and integrity remains within your control. By focusing on these inner qualities, you strengthen your resilience. No matter how challenging the situation, you can always choose to act in alignment with your values. This focus on virtue provides a source of stability and strength in the face of external chaos. Another important Stoic practice for resilience is the exercise of patience. Adversity often tests your ability to endure discomfort or uncertainty, but Stoicism teaches that patience is a key virtue in overcoming hardship. By learning to be patient with the process, whether it's waiting for a resolution or working through a difficult challenge, you develop the mental endurance needed to weather tough situations. Patience helps you stay calm, focused, and persistent, even when the outcome is unclear. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of preparation in building resilience. The Stoics taught that by anticipating potential difficulties through the practice of premeditatio malorum, you reduce their emotional impact when they arise. This mental rehearsal of challenges allows you to face adversity with less shock and more composure. By preparing yourself for the possibility of hardship, you strengthen your ability to respond with resilience when it inevitably comes. Resilience in Stoicism is also about adaptability. Life rarely unfolds according to plan, and adversity often requires you to adjust your expectations and adapt to new circumstances. Stoicism teaches that flexibility is essential for resilience. By remaining open to change and willing to adjust your approach when necessary, you avoid the rigidity that often leads to frustration or despair. This adaptability helps you navigate the ups and downs of life with greater ease. Another key Stoic principle for resilience is the practice of self-reflection. In times of adversity, it's important to pause and reflect on your response to the situation. Stoicism teaches that by examining your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you gain valuable insights into your strengths and weaknesses. This self-awareness helps you make more intentional choices moving forward, allowing you to respond to challenges with greater wisdom and resilience. Stoicism also encourages finding meaning in adversity. While hardship can feel random or unfair, the Stoics believed that every challenge offers an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. By seeking the lesson or purpose in adversity, you transform it from a source of suffering into a stepping stone for personal development. This mindset helps you approach challenges with a sense of curiosity and determination, knowing that each difficulty has something valuable to teach you. Another important aspect of Stoic resilience is the practice of detachment from outcomes. When faced with adversity, it's natural to want a specific result or resolution, but Stoicism teaches that clinging to a desired outcome only increases suffering. By focusing on doing your best in the present moment, regardless of the outcome, you reduce the emotional burden of uncertainty. This detachment from results allows you to approach adversity with a calm and focused mind, knowing that your effort is what truly matters. Stoicism also teaches that resilience is built through small, consistent actions. When facing a major challenge, it can feel overwhelming to think about overcoming the entire problem at once. Stoicism encourages you to break the challenge down into manageable steps and focus on what you can do today. By taking small, deliberate actions, you build momentum and gradually overcome even the toughest obstacles. This focus on progress rather than perfection helps you stay resilient in the face of adversity. Another key Stoic practice for resilience is the cultivation of gratitude, even in difficult times. While it may seem counterintuitive to feel grateful during adversity, Stoicism teaches that there is always something to appreciate, whether it's the strength you're developing, the lessons you're learning, or the support you're receiving from others. By focusing on gratitude, you shift your perspective from one of lack to one of abundance, which helps you stay grounded and resilient through hardship. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of community in building resilience. While Stoicism teaches self-reliance, it also recognizes that humans are social beings who thrive on connection and support. In times of adversity, seeking the wisdom, guidance, or comfort of others can help you stay resilient. Whether it's through friendships, family, or a broader community, the support of others provides a sense of strength and solidarity that can carry you through tough times. Another powerful Stoic tool for resilience is the practice of mindfulness. Adversity often triggers anxiety about the future or regret about the past, but Stoicism teaches that peace is found in the present moment. By focusing on the here and now, you quiet the mind and reduce the mental chatter that amplifies suffering. This practice of mindfulness helps you stay calm and centered, allowing you to face adversity with a clear and focused mind. Stoicism also teaches that resilience is strengthened by embracing uncertainty. Life is unpredictable, and adversity often comes without warning. Stoicism encourages you to accept uncertainty as a natural part of life, rather than something to fear. By embracing the unknown and trusting in your ability to handle whatever comes your way, you build the mental and emotional flexibility needed to navigate life's challenges with resilience. Another important Stoic practice for resilience is learning to let go of the past. Adversity often leaves emotional scars, and it's easy to get stuck in regret or bitterness over what has happened. But Stoicism teaches that dwelling on the past only drains your energy in the present. By letting go of past hurts and focusing on what you can do moving forward, you free yourself from the emotional weight of what cannot be changed. This release allows you to move through adversity with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. Stoicism also encourages you to cultivate a sense of inner calm, even in the midst of external chaos. The Stoics believed that true resilience comes from maintaining emotional stability, regardless of the circumstances around you. By practicing techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, or visualization, you develop the ability to stay calm and composed, even when adversity strikes. This inner calmness acts as a buffer against the stresses of life, helping you remain resilient through any challenge. Another key aspect of Stoic resilience is the understanding that adversity is temporary. No matter how difficult a situation may seem, it will eventually pass. Stoicism teaches that by keeping this perspective in mind, you avoid becoming overwhelmed by the intensity of the moment. Instead, you focus on enduring the present challenge with the knowledge that better times will come. This perspective helps you stay resilient by reminding you that nothing lasts forever, not even hardship. Stoicism also teaches that resilience is built through consistent practice. Like any skill, resilience is something that develops over time through intentional effort. By regularly practicing Stoic principles, such as mindfulness, gratitude, and acceptance, you build the mental and emotional strength needed to face adversity with confidence. This consistent practice helps you become more resilient with each challenge you overcome. Another important Stoic insight for resilience is recognizing the value of rest and recovery. Adversity can be exhausting, both physically and mentally, and Stoicism teaches that rest is a crucial part of resilience. By giving yourself time to recharge, whether through sleep, relaxation, or reflection, you rebuild your strength and prepare yourself to face challenges with renewed energy. This balance between action and rest helps you maintain long-term resilience without burning out. Stoicism also encourages resilience through the practice of self-compassion. When faced with adversity, it's easy to be hard on yourself, especially if you feel like you're not handling the situation perfectly. But Stoicism teaches that resilience is not about perfection, it's about persistence. By being kind and patient with yourself during tough times, you give yourself the emotional space to keep moving forward. This self-compassion helps you stay resilient by reducing self-criticism and allowing for growth. Another powerful Stoic practice for resilience is focusing on your purpose. Adversity often tests your commitment to your goals, but Stoicism teaches that by staying connected to your deeper purpose, you can find the strength to endure. Whether it's a personal mission, a commitment to your family, or a desire to live a life of virtue, your purpose provides a sense of meaning that helps you navigate challenges with resilience. This focus on purpose gives you the motivation and determination to keep going, even when the path is difficult. Stoicism also teaches that resilience is strengthened by embracing the concept of impermanence. Nothing in life is permanent, including adversity. By accepting that all things, both good and bad, are subject to change, you develop a sense of detachment from the ups and downs of life. This detachment helps you remain resilient by preventing you from becoming overly attached to any particular outcome or situation. Instead, you flow with life's changes, knowing that resilience comes from within. Another important aspect of Stoic resilience is learning to embrace vulnerability. Adversity often exposes your weaknesses, but Stoicism teaches that vulnerability is not a sign of failure, but a source of strength. By acknowledging your vulnerabilities and seeking help when needed, you build resilience through humility and openness. This willingness to be vulnerable allows you to grow and adapt, making you stronger in the face of future challenges. Stoicism also encourages you to focus on progress rather than perfection in times of adversity. It's easy to feel discouraged if you're not handling a difficult situation perfectly, but Stoicism teaches that resilience is about continuous improvement, not flawless performance. By focusing on making small, incremental progress, you build the resilience needed to overcome even the toughest challenges. This focus on progress helps you stay motivated and resilient, knowing that every step forward brings you closer to overcoming adversity. Another key Stoic principle for resilience is the practice of detachment from external validation. When facing adversity, it's natural to seek approval or reassurance from others, but Stoicism teaches that true resilience comes from within. By detaching yourself from the need for external validation, you strengthen your inner resolve and build a sense of self-reliance. This independence allows you to face adversity with confidence, knowing that your worth and strength are not determined by others' opinions. Stoicism also teaches that resilience is built through the practice of consistency. When facing a difficult challenge, it's important to remain consistent in your efforts, even when progress seems slow. Stoicism encourages you to stay the course, trusting that consistent effort will eventually lead to success. This consistency helps you build resilience by reinforcing the idea that persistence, rather than immediate results, is the key to overcoming adversity. Lastly, Stoicism teaches that resilience is about embracing life's challenges with courage and grace. Adversity is not something to be feared, but something to be faced head-on. By developing the mental and emotional tools to navigate life's difficulties, you build a sense of inner strength that allows you to thrive even in the toughest of times. Through Stoic resilience, you learn to find strength in adversity, growing into a person of wisdom, courage, and unshakable peace. As you've journeyed through this complete guide to using Stoicism in your everyday life, you've now uncovered the ancient wisdom that empowers you to live with clarity, resilience, and peace. Stoicism is more than a philosophy. It's a way to navigate the complexities of modern life with grace and strength. By applying these timeless principles, whether in decision-making, overcoming adversity, or cultivating gratitude, you become the architect of your own mind, unshaken by external chaos and fully grounded in your values. Each moment is an opportunity to practice wisdom, find balance, and stay true to yourself, regardless of the challenges that come your way. Remember, Stoicism isn't about achieving perfection, but about making progress. It's a lifelong practice, and every step you take in mastering your emotions, letting go of what you can't control, and appreciating the simplicity of life brings you closer to inner peace and fulfillment. Now, I want to hear from you. What part of Stoicism resonates most with your life right now? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts, challenges, or any Stoic practice you're planning to incorporate into your routine. And if this journey through Stoicism has sparked something in you, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Join a community of like-minded individuals striving to live with purpose, wisdom, and resilience. Hit the bell so you never miss out on future insights that can transform your mindset and life.